Hello. If anyone's in chat, there's gonna be no music this time because we're doing the thing. But yeah, I'm going self promo now in places because that's important. Um, we're starting D&D. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is weird. This is cool. This is weird. This is cool and weird. What? I don't know what's happening. I'm really, really excited. Yeah, today is gonna be the first stream of Elegy for the Deathless. Um, we're just, starting now because, it's, a little bit important to do so early because we start, like, at 2. So, I'm just gonna self-promo everywhere that I can. Because this is a really cool thing, and I'm really excited for it. And I also forgot to post the rules last night, but we're not gonna talk about that, because that's not important. What is important is the fact that, right here, right now, yeah. Oh god, where's the self-promo for this chat? There it is. Okay. Stream promote. 1 and 5. That one. Itchy. Wings. That one. Okay. Well, we're now live. This is a thing that's happening. Very excited about this. This is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. Hello. Oh, hi, Axe. And Kaya. Hello. I am loading up the chat now. I'm very, very excited. Alright, I'm gonna undeafen now, and I guess we'll start with, like, introductions and shit, because that's kind of important. Anyways. My alarm's going off for this. Hello. No, that's my alarm for hey, Space's D&D campaign is starting, like, now. Go. Oh, I just realized desktop audio wasn't on. They can hear you now.
Oh, good. Hey, everyone.
Hello, world.
Should we do introductions? Should that be a thing?
It's probably a good idea. I say we start, like, top left and then just kind of go across, and we can each introduce ourselves, and who we are, what roles we play. Actually, how about this? I'll start. I'm Space. I'm sure I know that 2 of you in this group already know who I am. I am the DM, main DM. I'll be doing most of the story leading. That guy, kind of bottom left, is my co-DM. Yep. And he will be kind of assisting and also just being present, helping out with some stuff. And then beyond that, we have our players, which we can start with Alston. You are the kind of top left. If you would like to introduce yourself and your character.
Sure. My name is Nick. I'll be playing Alston. Crap, I forgot his last name. Knackleby. There we go. Gnome, wizard, illusionist from... do we have a name for the College of Wizardry that he was from?
At the moment, no.
All right, so a generic fantasy wizard college that he's from.
Boghearts.
No, it's from the city of Ionium is the general consensus there.
All right, that's good for me, I think.
Alrighty, in that case, Cherry, if you would like to introduce yourself and your character.
Hey, I'm Cherry. I play June, the changeling rogue, who is currently in the guise of a human woman named Talia. And that's about it.
Alrighty. Roost / Henrik, if you would.
Hi, everybody. I'm Roost. I'm playing Henrik, no last name given. A Battlemaster fighter. He's very old and came out of retirement for one last job after having a successful career and family. And my god, these people are children.
Alrighty, in that case, we move on to Lako.
This unit's designation is 4. This unit is a Warforged, standard. Under the Iron Guard, standard. This unit is an Artificer, level 4.
Alrighty, and that brings us finally to Phoenix.
Wait, you're
Hi.
level 4?
You guys know
Sorry.
me. I'm Phoenix. I'm playing Astoria, a Fire Genasi Bard, and it's chaos.
So you could say that.
Oh boy, it's chaos.
Correction,
Probably
this
banging
unit
us together.
took its designation for its level. This unit is the same level as the rest of the party.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
say, he is also level 4 like the rest of you. Alrighty, so with introductions out of the way, for those of you who are new around here, I'm not sure if we have anyone that is new around here, but either way, this is the world of Ikavar, where the gods are kind of tangentially involved in the lives of most people on the continent, and it is a very like high magic setting where everyone's kind of in tune with the magic around them and within themselves. And for the last 1,000 years or so, there has been peace on pretty much every continent, aside from like random political skirmishes here and there that usually resolve before weapons are even drawn. This is a setting where things have been good. Things have been, for the living memory of most people, have been pretty standard. And around to going on 3 weeks ago, a thunderstorm completely ravaged the area, the whole 9 yards. And about a few days after that, people stopped dying. People's hearts would stop, people would stop breathing and functioning, but they would still remain cognizant in their bodies. Following a plea from a small town, a group of adventurers conspired to try to track down who the town had assumed was the cause of this calamity. This brought them to a hunting lodge in kind of the back mountains, where they tracked down this mysterious hooded figure, only to try to track him through a teleportation circle that spat them out, not where they expected, but down in the tropical islands near the ruins of what was once a dynasty. After speaking with the locals, the group boarded an airship, a lightning fisher, and has currently turned their attention back towards civilization, back towards the trail that is currently going cold as far as they know it. And this is where we find our group, standing upon the deck of the Burning Rose as lightning cracks around them and something slams into the deck, which looks at first to be a large piece of ice and begins to unfurl into what looks like a small creature. And this is where we left off after rolling initiative with the group. Ooh, that's loud. So, let's see. Where were we? Oh boy, alright, hold on a moment. Looks like Toronto got cleared. Alrighty, in that case, I will have everybody begin to roll initiative.
I thought... Didn't we roll initiative last time?
Hold on, let me see if I have your initiative stored and I can just edit them once you guys are back in the actual thing.
Oh, we should also probably mention we have one player running late due to life.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
We are
That's
missing
true.
our cleric.
Oh, good.
They'll be
good.
here
It's just the
eventually.
cleric. It's only the cleric.
Yeah, only the cleric. But yes, if everyone could hop back into initiative, I will edit them so we're all back where we were, because I don't know what happened and why that got cleared. So let's see. At initiative 20, we have 4. Austin said 18. because you guys rolled absolutely bonkers on this. That guy, would you mind rolling for Nadia just so I can get her back into the thing?
Yes, hold on.
Thank you.
Crack. Nadia down.
Did any of you roll lower than a 17? This is impressive.
Many characters.
Alrighty, there we go. Alright, oh, nope, sorry, looks like Nadia's already in it. Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
So, here we find our adventurers. And at the top of the round, we have the man of the hour, Henrik.
Where is this thing on the map?
Here, hold on just a moment. That guy, if you could help me with the tokens would be awesome.
Yeah, I
They
will begin
begin to
reviewing that.
hit the deck with these kind of like thudding sounds, sending splinters as the first hits, and then a second rolls across the deck, rolls off the edge where you know there is a lower portion of the deck.
Well, it's not pirates.
It's not pirates!
Oh, well. Okay, yeah. I know there's one right here, but I saw several fall down below, and I don't want this guy having to take them all on by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. If I move there, I can then move there and there. Drawing my swords in the process. Opening up my left eye and making 2 attacks.
Alright, just a moment.
1 action, 1 bonus action.
Yeah, 19 will certainly hit, holy cow.
7.
Again, will definitely hit. There is kind of a shattering, almost of glass as you carve into this thing and take a chunk out of it. It looks like it's completely composed of ice as it turns like a sharp face up towards you, like an icicle come to life. It does not fall completely, but it looks like you've taken a decent chunk out of it as is.
Yeah. Well, that's my turn. As I just frown.
Okay. In that
More
case,
nonsense.
with that, we go to 4, who's definitely 100% fine with whatever's going on right now.
Eyes are glowing red. I'm fully twitching, and lightning is shooting between my fingers. DM, do these things look like they can fly?
They do have small wings on their back, yes. They begin to kind of, in a dragonfly-esque motion, begin to whir to life.
That changes things. Alright, so I saw Henrik run down. Cool. I assume there's a drop.
Yep, that's about a 10-foot, you're on a raised area in the middle of the deck.
I'm gonna jump off that and try to land and punch this thing next to Henrik.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh no. Why did all this stuff get added? Okay, there it is.
Alright, just a moment.
If a 22 hits.
Yeah, a little bit. For you, in the motion that you are dropping down, essentially palm this thing by the face, and a rocket of lightning shoots through it, and it explodes into shards.
There will be none of you left! Don't you understand this? I scream in Infernal.
Yeah, the rest of you, having no idea how to speak Infernal, have no idea what 4 is saying. There is this kind of sharp, devilish language rolling through, along with the next crack of lightning that hits the ship. You feel it kind of rock to the side as it moves down the keel and further into the belly of the ship. Now we get to Alston.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Are you not done for?
I move 5 feet over because I am on a death march. But that
Alrighty.
is my apologies.
Fair enough. All good. Alston, we move to you.
All right. So, sorry, just thinking. Would I have any knowledge of like what these are by chance?
Go ahead and roll me either nature or arcana. Ooh, 26. You recognize from like textbook illustrations, these look like mephits. They're small creatures of ice, and you know that occasionally, in particularly bad and or magically charged thunderstorms, these can take the form of hail and cause issues for particularly lightning fissures.
Okay. So yeah, with that knowledge, I'll cast magic missile and kind of just spread out one bolt at each of the 3 closest to me.
All right. All right. Give me just a moment. I gotta adjust some HP. Yep, there are these like flecks of ice that spiral off of these creatures as they each are hit with a bolt of force.
Right, I think that's all for my turn.
All right. Just a second. That moves us to Astoria. If you'd like to try to hit something. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
There we go.
So they're made of ice, right?
It looks like it, yes.
Can Astoria move forward a bit? Like, I guess next to Kasara's here.
Mhm.
And then this one right here, she wants to cast the Produce Flame cantrip and
Alrighty.
just throw that shit at it.
Alrighty, for sure.
Alright, give me a second, because it's a different modifier. Because it's a
Alright.
racial thing.
It happens.
Alright, hold on.
You're whispering your rolls, but yep.
Yeah,
Um,
it's that plus 1.
so an 11?
Yeah.
It still just barely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh. Okay. Alright, roll 20 or just don't roll my shit.
It happens occasionally.
I'll just have to whisper it, I
Alrighty.
guess.
Yep, like I said, you're still whispering. That is a decent chunk of damage. You watch as this thing like turns to you and watches it kind of melts and freezes back over again in this kind of tense position where it, you know, its arm curls forward, and it turns beady, kind of dark glass-like eyes to you, like full of anger.
Lovely.
But it still remains up.
Space, could you remind me which one that was?
This one. I've got help HP for right now.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
I can.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Let's go for bonus action Bardic Inspiration on. I'll do 4.
Okay, 4, you've got a bardic. Keep that in mind. And what is that for now, Astoria? Your inspiration die?
I think it's. Hold up. I'm going to look. It is. Oh my god, where is it? It's a d6, I think. Yeah,
Alright.
a d6.
Cool. That moves us to Nadia, if you would Jaeger her for the moment, that guy.
Yep, I can do so.
Mm-hmm.
Need to open her sheet again.
Mhm.
Yes. So, Nadia is going to just run forward, and where is it? I have a lot of stuff on my screen right now. Just take a few steps towards this one nearby, and swing at it with her great axe.
Alrighty, go ahead and rank that roll.
Bash.
Wham!
A 9 is not going to hit.
That is not.
No, it is not.
Do clerics get multiple attacks?
No.
I think I remember. Okay.
No, I played 120 level and I only ever had one.
No one has multiple attacks before level 5 unless you have the true weapon feat.
Yep.
That's fair. That's right.
Points at Henrik.
Hi.
Alrighty.
Well, unless
So-
you're dual wielding, you can technically just dual wield, but if
Yeah.
you don't have the feat, you're just shitty at it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It
Smile.
doesn't
Alright.
have any bonus action things that are available, so that is her turn.
Alrighty, at that we come to the actual methods themselves. Astoria, given that you had recently damaged one of these small creatures kind of springs at you, almost like
Oh,
a cat,
lovely.
and is going to take a claw attack at you. And that's Whispered. Does 15 hit you? Not yet. Astoria?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a whole 5 damage for you.
Oh no, I'm gonna dot them.
And then we move to 4, which is going to be much of the same. A small creature that's actually going to take a running leap at you and go at you with its claws.
Misses.
If
Yeah,
these
always
things
forget
get
your-
a nat 20, it could be nasty.
Oh, very. This one right here, however, is going to move. Henrik, you watch it scuttle across the deck behind this woman who is wrestling with this ballista that's pointed off the side of the deck, and is going to take it reels back and then spires of ice, spring it at all of you. And I need you to make a dex save as well as she needs to make one. No, got the wrong guy. Yep, Laker, you are going to make it, and Henrik, you do not. It is a DC 10. So that means you take 2d4 cold damage, which is not a ton, but it builds up. That was
Yeah.
Whispered. Hold on. So that was 4 damage, I will be honest with you folks.
Okay.
Alrighty, the
Do
one
I
across.
take 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That you do, and you see the woman in front of you, Henrik. You watch one of her legs kind of frost over where the method hit her, and she does not look fantastic. Alrighty, the one across from Nadia is going to also take a claw attack at her. It's obviously not going to hit. And Alston, behind you, you hear the sound of scuttling across wood before something kind of scrambles over the edge of the raised platform of the deck and jumps at you. And you're also going to take a claw attack.
17 will hit, yeah.
Alright, that's going to be 7 damage for you.
It hurt.
Yep. And that brings us to June/Talia.
Oh, the wizard.
The wizard.
June's gonna go ahead and make a crossbow attack at the one next to Alston.
Alrighty. An 18's gonna hit, for sure. There's kind of a screeching noise as this thing, you watch the bolt fly through it, leaving kind of a gaping, ice-capped hole, but it remains up.
And then she's gonna go take her hide action next to the mast.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Yep.
17. Alrighty, solid. And that is gonna bring us back to Henrik.
Gonna move up, and I'm gonna try and make some ice cubes.
Alrighty.
So, action. Ugh.
Yeah, 23 is going to hit. However, that's 5 is not going to kill it. There is another shattering noise. And a 16 will also hit. Yeah, it's decent, but it still remains standing. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Wondering, do I action surge to make sure this thing goes down? So,
That's your call.
yeah, I think I'm gonna action surge to get one more attack.
25 will definitely hit.
Almost nat 20.
Almost. So close. Henrik. I know we'd already killed one, but I mildly forgot about it. As you drive your sword through this creature, you are about to find out one of the more unfortunate things about these little bastards, which is, as you do, you manage to hit a point where you watch fractals spread across the surface of this creature that kind of mimic the lightning in the air, and it explodes into shards. And you take 1d8 of damage, as does the woman standing next to the creature. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn as this thing dies?
How's the woman doing?
She looks pretty rough. She's got one leg is frozen over, and she has like kind of shards of ice that you can see rapidly melting that have embedded into her skin.
Okay. And this other one still has its ice spread. So.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is just 10 feet to get there. It's 20 feet to get here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and provoke this thing to aim its ice breath this way.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. 4. What are you doing?
Quick question. Are we doing flanking?
Not yet. I will let you guys know when you are able to start using flanking rules. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to move another token that's on the DM layer.
Well, it's immediately in front of me,
Wait.
so I'm gonna do... I'm gonna strike out again with my Thunder Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll that Bardic Inspiration on that, which is a D10.
Alright.
Does
a 13 does actually hit.
5 damage, and I, Red Eyes, fully screaming in Infernal this whole time. There will be none of you left! I have killed better, and more worthy of life! And that's my turn.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Alston, and actually, Alston, at the top of your turn, if you could roll me a d8.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright, let's see. D8.
Fantastic. That is a 5. You begin to hear another round of cracking against the deck as more of these lumps of ice hit the wood around you.
Alright, do any more of them appear on the ship, or?
Yep, I have to put the tokens down. Give me just a minute.
Oh, good.
Yeah, don't worry. Oh, don't you worry. There's more of them.
Lovely.
Yep.
It's the mimics all over again. Oh.
You're fine.
There's more.
Horse
But
books
wait, there's
now.
more.
Hail.
What's next? A house? Wait.
You
Oh,
are on a
God.
ship.
House is a mimic.
I
And
guess we
you-
could say
Mm.
the DM is really giving us hail on this one.
Ah, yeah. Just a bit.
Ah,
4 immediately gets struck by lightning, hitting the middle thing on the deck.
4 is smited to death.
Rocks on you guys.
Little in party.
Alrighty, so Alston, what are you up to as you hear more of these creatures impact the deck around you?
He is just kind of frantically scrambling, seeing the one that came up behind him, essentially, and just is going to pump this one full of another set of magic missiles.
Alrighty. That is definitely enough. You frantically turn and begin to just absolutely demolish this thing with force. And you see the first impact, the second, and then the third, and it cracks and explodes. And you are also going to take that d8 as it scatters itself across the deck. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think yes, because these hurt a lot. So I took 7 from that, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alston is looking more than bloodied here at this point, so he's going to try to... Are these NPCs do anything, or just kind of make the
The
ship?
NPCs are currently focused on piloting the actual ship.
Alright.
You notice Casiris and the Farable gentleman are both up in the rigging. Their tokens are on the deck, but they are above you about 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to kind of scramble up these steps over here and try to just put a little bit of space between me and then that other closest method.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see haze on the deck as the rain lashes down focused on steering the actual ship, along with his navigator, who is kind of frantically scrambling at something that looks more arcane.
All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty, in that case, we're going to move on to Astoria.
Astoria's gonna sort of try and gauge how everyone's doing on, like, HP.
Mm-hmm. How does everybody look in general? Or you can, you can also make an insight check.
Not good.
Okay, Alston's not good. Okay, shit.
I'm okay for now.
Astoria... Alston moved away. Oh god. Thinking. Ew. Astoria's going to move closer to Alston. And try to, like... I guess... Oh shit, but then I would get an opportunity attack. Ah! Oh god. Nah, Astoria's gonna take the chance. And she's gonna move closer to Alston.
Alrighty, that is going to be an opportunity attack. Actually, 2 of them.
Oh, lovely.
It's going to be 1 and 2.
Both hit.
Great.
Lovely.
So that's going to be a total of 11 damage.
Okay. Alright. Hey, Alston, how bad you looking? Like, on
if you have to heal yourself,
on a scale
you
of
can
1
heal
to
yourself.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
3?
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Understandably.
Oh god. 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. Shit. Hold on. That's 4. 9 HP. Okay, I'll take it.
Hey, it's almost what you lost.
Yeah.
Alright, is there anything else you'd like to be doing on your turn?
I think for now I'm good. I think that's about all I can do right now.
No worries. That brings us to Nadia. I believe that guy you were still Jaegering her. Oh, did we lose you, that guy?
He's dead.
I guess he fucking died.
He's dead. Oh no.
It was such a quiet thing, too.
Seriously, what's going on?
Looks like your mic is getting highlighted, but not hearing anything come through.
Yeah, we're not hearing anything from you, that guy. Would it be a D&D game without any kind of technical difficulties?
Nope.
No.
I was
Oh,
having
okay.
connection issues.
Gotcha, no worries. Not the end of the world.
Apologies.
It is the end of the world.
Alright.
How could you?
Well, in the game, perhaps. But yeah, so it is Nadia's turn.
All right, that's me.
Yes, that is you. That's why I was calling you out.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's see. Nadia can do. So people are starting to look bad.
Yes, Alston at the moment looks particularly bad. Astoria, how are you looking?
Better. Not great, but better.
Mm.
It's like mediocre.
So
Could be better.
Could be better, could be worse.
mediocre.
If you're gonna heal anyone, I'd say go Alston though.
Yeah, Nadia cannot reach Alston for a cure wounds, so
It's okay. If you just
They're
kill it
acting.
instead, there's no need to heal.
That's definitely a way to do it.
Yeah?
their action, she's gonna once again attempt to slam the mephit next to her with her axe.
Mhm.
Come on. Where is it? I have lost it. There it is.
You have lost it, but that's not new information.
Come on.
Damn.
Haven't we all? Fortune's
Sure.
gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wham.
Yeah, you watch all of you as Nadia reels back after missing her first swing and shatters this thing outwards across the clouds, it looks like. She's, however, going to take that D8 as this thing explodes.
Oh no, explosions.
Damage has been taken. And then she is going to begin to cross the deck to get closer, but be confronted with another method. And is going to cast Healing Word at Alston.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
That's going to be level that. Has 8 healing.
Boom.
All right,
Max
go,
healing.
Mr. Wizard.
Alston is looking far more refreshed from that now.
And as Nadia crosses the deck,
Yep.
we move back to the methods themselves. And most of you folks can see on this kind of raised platform as these two mimics begin to move upwards. They're kind of wings working overtime. They move up into the rigging towards Casiris and the Furbolg gentleman, whose name I believe you don't know.
Wait, so they are mimics.
Methods.
You did call them mimics.
Well, M something name, D&D term. Anyways.
They're
I'm
mimics
gonna-
of method.
I'm gonna wait for
How
every
deep is this
combat
rabbit
to now
hole?
be us fighting something that starts with an M.
Yep. Oh
Every
god, don't put
combat.
that pressure on me.
It has to now.
I will say, Nadia, you are, however, going to get a kind of explosion of shards of ice as this thing takes a breath at you, which is, I need a dex save from Nadia.
Dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Dex save. That's
Just make
10.
it. So that is going
Yep.
to be half damage. It's not anything insane. So that will be 3 damage because we round down. And that goes both ways. Alrighty. That brings us to, oh good lord. Got too many tokens on the ground. Alrighty, that's gonna bring us to Alston. Or not Alston, sorry. Henrik. Let's say this as I'm looking directly at Henrik. This one right here kind of moves to perch on the edge of the railing and reels back and is also going to exhale that cone of frost, which is going to hit you and also 4.
I'm assuming these things are immune to ice damage.
They appear to be made of ice. You are free to make whatever conclusions you would like.
I think you might be saying that that one might catch the other two in the cone.
Yep, it looks
I
like
don't
it will. 4, I need a dex save from you as well.
Do you?
I mean, you don't have to roll it, but that'll auto-fail.
I don't think you need a dex save from me. I think we're such good friends. It goes back so far.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. He takes 3 damage. Or sorry, 2 damage.
Rounding down. Yep. Okay.
Listen, my brain is not working today. I've only had half of my coffee. Alrighty. And that means also 4. This claw attack is going to go to you.
Okay.
It's not going to hit you because you're a metal man, and 8 is not very high. This other one is going to go to Alston. Or not Alston. Good lord. Henrik. Which also is not going to hit.
I will spend a superiority die to riposte.
Okay, go ahead.
So, where's the button? There's the button.
Hey-oh, that'll hit. And that's this one.
And I get to add D10.
Mm-hmm.
So, 10, 13.
Yeah, for the crime of daring to attempt to attack you, you watch as this creature, you swing around on instinct, lash out with your sword, and it evaporates into another cloud of ice. And I need you and 4 to take a little bit of damage. D6. Alrighty. And I believe that is all of the methods on deck. That brings us to June.
Tokyo. June will go ahead and launch another crossbow at this one next to Henrik.
Alrighty. 17's gonna hit. Jeez. Yeah, rogues. 17 is definitely a lot, but again, it's a situation where it goes straight through the creature. You shatter off a wing, but it still remains standing.
And she's going to go ahead and hide back behind the great master.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll your stealth. 10, okay. Henrik, brings us to you.
I don't think I'm able to swing at this one because the
No, it is raised about
rail
5
is
feet
in the
above your
way.
head. Well, you could maybe clip it, but it would be difficult.
Yeah, so I'll just swing at this one that's in the way on the stairs.
Alrighty.
I'm only going to make one attack.
Okay. A 10 is not going to hit. I think this is the first time Henrik has missed ever.
Yeah.
No.
Thus far. Your streak has been broken, like 4 sessions in.
Alas. Right. And then I'm going to bonus action second wing.
Okay.
'Cause I'm near half health, and if these things keep exploding, that will take me down.
Fair enough. Alright, go ahead and
Alright,
roll that. And that will bring us to 4, unless there's something else you would like to do on your turn, Henrik.
That's it.
Alrighty.
Alright, they're within range, so I can't do like a... Do I know if Firebolt would like cause a huge fire and be a problem?
Go ahead and give me like just an insight roll.
Can it be Arcana?
It's not magical fire. Well, no, sorry, it is magical fire. Sure, Arcana works fine. 24. Even if this is magical fire, everything on this deck is currently saturated with the rain that is still roaring down around you. Like, it is hard to hear above the rain. You're gonna be fine.
I punched the dude in front of me.
This one right here is about 10 feet up. You'll have to move to be able to hit it.
I punched the closest one.
Okay, that would be this one. Yeah, with a 21, that is another 10 damage. You watch as, like, this kind of lightning pattern melts through it, but it does remain standing.
I just scream out, "There is no hope or reason to have faith here. Try me!" And a little bit of shock sort of goes over me as I take my bonus action to add 3 temporary hit points.
Okay. For as you do, can you give me an insight roll as well? Or sorry, just a perception check.
I'm very good at these. I'm very awesome at these. So, so I rolled a 14, so obviously you just need to give me the notes.
Yep, alrighty. So I'm going to DM you, and we'll move on to Alston.
Okay.
Alright, Alston is currently regretting not taking Firebolt and Ray of Frost is his cantrip, so his we have that Mephit that's just kind of right there. Is that next to anyone?
Tapped out, where are you trying to put that?
It's
To the left.
flying
Oh,
up into
yeah.
the rigging.
This is flying up into the rigging, and you can watch its shape kind of twist through the ropes. It is heading directly for Casiris, who's currently wrestling with what looks like the spinnaker caught on something else due to the wind.
Okay, so it's not close
He
enough
has not
yet.
seen it. No,
Is it? Alright, so if I kill it and it explodes, it's not going to hurt the guy up there.
it does not look like it at the moment, no.
Alright, then more magic missiles.
Alrighty.
14 points of force on that one.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me a quick luck roll. See if you blast when this thing's wings off.
Alright, just a second.
13. Yeah, you kind of raise your hand, and as you see this thing flinch 3 times from the bolts, on the last one, you watch as you shatter a section across its back, and it drops like a stone.
Nice. That's right, take that. Stupid little thing. That's all I got then.
Alrighty, sounds good. That's gonna move us to Astoria.
Yeah, me.
You!
I totally know what I'm doing.
Love the confidence. Love it.
Yeah.
It you, despite everything. It's still you.
It me
Yep.
with no ranged attacks. Oh, lovely. This one next to Nadia is still alive, right?
Yep.
Okay. How far do I have to walk? Okay. I guess the story is gonna go right here and try to hit it with a rapier. Come on,
Alrighty.
come on, rapier! Don't fail me now. Come on. If I can find the roll.
18 will definitely.
Yeah!
That'll do it.
I finally
Get
hit
it.
something with my rapier.
You did. Go ahead and roll damage.
That did not let me roll damage.
It did not.
Let me
No.
roll my
No.
goddamn damage roll
You gotta,
20.
you gotta click the word in the chat. You gotta click rapier in the chat.
I know you haven't hit anything yet, but there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We gently roast each other here.
Yeah, I definitely have
Those
not
who are
hit anything
unfamiliar.
yet. It's
Yeah.
Cough,
very
cough, you
sad.
chat.
It's the first time I've ever physically hit
Deathless.
something with not a spell.
Alrighty. There we go.
Accomplishments. It's the streamer.
Yay!
It's the
Story
streamer
hits
luck.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
the streamer luck.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Astoria?
I have one more bardic inspiration.
Mhm.
Hold up. Let me see how far that reaches. Within 60 feet. Hold up. How far are the old people?
Do you mean the rest of the party, or
Which
The,
old
man.
the old
They're
people.
pretty far.
That's fair.
They're pretty
One of
far, but
them's
they're within
pretty
60, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration on Henrik this time.
Alrighty, Henrik, go ahead and mark that down.
Ooh,
you
making
say-
friends with
Relish?
bardic inspiration.
Yay. Alrighty, and that moves us to Nadia, who is also standing right next to this method that Astoria just hit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Astoria has staggered it somewhat with a sudden jab from the side, and Nadia's going to take advantage of that opening and swing down with the great axe. Yeah!
Tabbed out. Yeah, 23 is definitely gonna hit. You know this.
Shining here. Oh.
God damn.
Yeah. Astoria, you kind of flick this thing with your rapier and watch a couple of shards like split off, and then Nadia turns around and cleaves down with her battle axe and just again shatters. And you are going to get hit with that burst of ice as well as Nadia.
Oh, that's not bad.
Owie. Nadia is going to between Astoria and Alston, who looks worse right now of the two of you? Let's see. How bad are you?
Alston's probably doing fine at this point now, especially since, well, so far there's no mephits on this side of the ship anymore.
Astoria is perfectly neutral. Definitely not me just saying Astoria is totally just half HP. Exactly half HP.
Nice.
Alright. Nadia's gonna clamp you on the shoulder, give a quick thanks for that opening, and cast Cure Wounds on you.
I love Nadia.
Why didn't you-
Nadia's
why-
cure
why
wounds
didn't you-
is
Nadia's
busted.
invisible.
Right.
Just go ahead and roll the dice and add the. There we go. Nope.
Well, I mean, DA plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Yep.
So.
So that would be her wisdom.
Yep. D8 plus 4. D8. You get 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
5 HP. Congratulations.
Let's go. Just the HP that I just lost. Let's go.
And
Alrighty.
Nadia's gonna begin marching to help out her friends.
Wow, Astoria's not your friend?
Oh,
Wow.
that guy.
The rest of the friends.
That guy. Cure wounds is an action. Sorry, I caught you on that one.
Ah, damn it. Alright.
You could do healing word, but that's about it.
Down to 12.
Okay. Let's undo that. Healing word. Bop. Bop. 5. It's still
It's
same.
still 5.
Exactly
Let's
the same.
go.
Cool.
Same. No, there's no difference. Same
Alright.
exact thing happened.
Yep.
Yeah, then Nadia will begin marching across the deck to help out the old people.
Understandably. Alright, this one is no longer in the rigging. I should change its marker. Okay, that brings us to the Mephits. This one hits the deck. I'm gonna roll like 2d6 or 1d6. Takes a couple of damage. Or no, sorry, this one hits the deck and shatters immediately because Alston had already pretty much downed it. So you watch Alston as this one plummets out of the air and like hits the ground like a snowball and just like ice slides across the deck in all directions. No one's within range to take the hit, so
You ever seen the
It's
clip of the
beginning
guy
to
dropping
feel a lot like Christmas.
the clip of the guy dropping like the bar light bulb? It
Oh
just
god, yeah.
poof.
All right. So 4, you are going to take a claw attack as this one on the railing jumps down next to you, or rather attempts to. It kind of clatters off your armor. And Henrik, you are also going to take a claw attack. No, you're not. And a frost breath, which is going to be 2d4, and I need a dex save from you.
All right, dex save, and then I riposte.
Alrighty.
From both of us?
Ooh.
Nope. For this, it's this one, so it doesn't hit you. It just skirts past you.
Okay.
So I am certainly being the dodge tank today.
Yep.
Post.
Yep, that'll hit. Yeah, again, this thing kind of reels back and halfway through spitting out this spire of ice at you, you kind of just cleave the top of its head off, and it shatters. And that's going to be a D8.
Roll that d8.
3. Alrighty. And I believe that is all of them. This one up here is moving up the rigging, and it is aiming directly for the Furbolg gentleman. And we are going to move on to June/Talia. You still with us, Jerry? Oh dear. Do we have technical issues too? Electric Boogaloo?
More death.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's dying.
Jerry! No.
I'm hoping they didn't just, like, step off, but it does happen occasionally. It is not a D&D stream if someone isn't fighting with their internet at some point or another.
Exactly.
And then we all won.
And
Yeah!
then we all died.
Yay!
I don't
Lightning
like
McFly.
that suggestion, Space.
Why not? What's gonna happen?
Listen, I just don't like that one that much.
Why not?
It's like not as fun.
Yeah, well, maybe for you guys.
Yeah. No, huh?
Alright, have we actually heard from Sherry at all? No?
Nah.
Oh dear, okay.
Am I going to be Jaegering Thalcia? Not Thalcia.
I'll wrong campaign.
Talia. campaign.
Similar name.
I got D&D other thing.
Yeah, so we don't hold this up, I'd say probably.
Alright. Going to, let's see, step out. Where is one that is in sight? I would've-
Hold on. Pause, Cherry. Looks like they left.
Yep. An attempt to
Okay, it looks like we've had...
reach-
Yeah, potentially. Alright, so I'd say, yeah, just take Cherry's turn and then we will return
Alright.
back to them later.
Gotta find the sheet of this crazy kid.
Find the
Yeah, we have a lot of page
information.
through.
Yep.
I hope y'all understand how many notes we have on our side of things, so finding anything is a struggle.
They have the knowledge.
It's
Oh,
just like a
no.
labyrinth
Oh.
to navigate.
Complicated lore. I would never
Yep.
be able to navigate that.
A labyrinth of our own design.
Step out and, in an attempt to help the crew, fire off a shot up at the one that's gonna attack the Furbolg.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yep. Light crossbow. Bang. That's an 8.
Yeah.
Alright,
Cherry's
and I believe it
internet's
is
going.
not gonna hit. Yeah, I just saw.
And gonna bonus action hide again.
Alrighty, Go ahead and roll that stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, if they were hiding, didn't they have stealth?
They would have, so that would have been advantage, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that 20 definitely does hit in that case. Thank you.
Bang.
Let go.
And a sneak attack.
Yep,
which I
don't forget sneak.
believe Is a D6.
Oh, it's already rolled.
Oh, it's already. Oh, cool.
Yep. Some rogues know how to program their actual rogues. Cough, cough.
Hey.
I know that was literally years ago now.
That was my first character.
I'm still gonna roast you gently about it. Alright, so that.
Yeah.
Use this one. Go ahead and roll me a luck check to see if you clip its wings.
Alright. Just a D20, correct?
Mhm.
14.
Alrighty, and same thing as Alston manages to punch off a wing and it begins to drop.
Cool.
Okay, it looks like, for those who are not in our D&D chat, it looks like our rogue has lost internet. So I think after combat we will take a super quick break, and if they're not back, we will continue as normal. And assume that our...
You mean they've gone rogue?
Yes, they've gone rogue. They were rolling that
That
20
was
for stealth
horrible.
and completely vanished.
That was.
Yep.
I
Art
hated
wheeled
that.
all the way out of the
Maybe, yeah.
campaign.
Yes. Alright, that brings us to Henrik.
What else am I going to do but murder?
Yeah, that's fair.
I've
Murder
got,
Grandpa only has one thing on his mind, and it's death.
Murder and Grandpa. And he's all out of Grandpa.
He's all out of Grandpa.
Oh god.
He's all out of Werther's originals, and Pappy's angry about it.
Damn, no dollar store in the area? What a shame. No
Where's
floating
my tapioca?
dollar store for the airships? This is bullshit.
Now!
bring me my tapioca.
What about a really high up Costco?
You get nothing.
Yeah, let's go to
Good
Those will both hit,
Costco.
though, also, or Henrik. Go ahead and roll your damage. Which one are you aiming for? I'm assuming
Left.
Oh, who is this? Is this Jerry or is this Kiwi? We have Nadia. Okay.
Yay!
Hi, Nadia.
Yeah.
We lost one player in exchange for another.
As long as we have 5, I'm good to run the game.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Cherry, I've been watching. You guys traded cherry for kiwis. So.
Yep. That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, fruit for fruit.
That is
Equivalent
true.
exchange.
Welcome. I've been watching since Astoria's last turn, so you don't have to catch me up.
Yay!
Alrighty, awesome. Look at you go.
You
Yeah.
saw me panic. Bless
Alrighty,
So you
Soto.
finally hit something.
Yeah!
Henrik, you do not manage to fully shatter this thing, but it does, again, you clip a large chunk off of it. Is there
Alright,
anything else you'd like to be doing on your
that's it.
turn? Alrighty. Cool.
Murder
4.
Grandpa does one thing.
Murder Grandpa does one thing, and it's murder.
I see Henrik isn't using the axe I gave him, don't I?
Yep, he's using swords.
I just mutter infernal. Of course. All my brothers are dead. I look at the thing in front of me. You'll be too.
Oh, lovely.
For those who aren't familiar with 4, he's the world's saddest warforged, and that one is not going to hit no matter how much you want it to.
Oh shit.
Yes. Also, you gave a +1 hand axe to Henrik,
Yes,
but explained what it was, but in Infernal,
as you do.
which Henrik doesn't speak.
Well, there we go. That's my turn. That's all I can do.
Yep, there's one person on this ship that speaks Infernal, and potentially 2. We don't know. Austin.
Well, I mean, then they've heard some shit.
Oh yeah.
Four is not being quiet.
No, he's a very loud man. Austin, this is you.
All right, let's see. We're gonna have him run forward a little bit now that there's some space between him and the other methods.
Mhm.
So we got the one that's falling, and then
Yes, this one is mid-air, and it's probably about to shatter on the deck.
all right. Then yeah, we'll just keep up the magic missile, and we'll just fire some off at the ones by Henrik and 4. We'll
Alright.
split them up. So we'll do 2 on this left one, and
Okay.
then 1 on the other one.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Okay, that's 7 on this first one.
Ooh.
And Austin, how do you end this combat by ending 2 of them at once?
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I think he just kind of has like a hand that's almost like throws them out like throwing daggers, and they just pierce through the different parts of them, and they just kind of, the bolts go straight through them, and just kind of keep going off into the air afterwards.
Yeah.
They just then do their explodey thing.
Yep. So, Alston, Henrik and Fora will need a dex save from you. But yeah, Alston kind of runs down the steps, tosses out a hand, and with like these bolts that you can see kind of rippling through the air of just sheer magical force, they both in quick unison evaporate into glittering shards. And one of you makes it, one of you does not. Fora, you take half damage. Henrik, you take the whole thing. And that will bring us out of initiative.
I scream at the sky. Is that it? Are you not going to try to take me again? And then a bunch of obscenities.
That's fair. Still in Infernal, I assume?
Oh, yeah. I am not calm. I'm not going to roleplay just for the sake of... But yeah, I'm yelling at the sky.
Understandably. But yeah, the methods begin to stop hitting the deck, and it seems as if, clear sailing is a stretch when you can hear as another lightning bolt spirals across the sky and hits the keel of the ship again. But it appears you're no longer actively being attacked.
Yeah.
Just want to reiterate, I am actively screaming.
And actually, while we do that, as we break from combat, we are going to take a super quick break while we see if Cherry is going to get their internet back, and also just a general bio break for players if they need it. And we will be back.
Yeah.
My screaming muscles.
We'll be back.
I hate everything. Yep. Okay, I'm good.
Thank you, Lego.
You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me. God damn it. Alright, stream. I'm gonna be right back, because I need a drink. So, enjoy.
I'm not sure who has already returned.
I never left.
I'm back.
Nice, good. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to keep things tight because we do have someone who is going to be leaving early today, but it is not the end of the world. There will be plenty to be done. I will actually take a second to take a glance at chat and tab out of Roll20 for 5 minutes. Oh damn, we actually have people in chat. Hi everyone.
Yeah, there's people here.
Wow.
They like this, I guess. Just wait, it's gonna get so much better, guys. So much better. I'm gonna have so much fun, aren't I, Space?
Yeah. I didn't ask you any questions earlier today.
Totally not. Totally didn't wake up. Totally didn't wake up and see, hey, do you have this one thing?
Yeah,
hey, bunch more questions. Yeah, not scary at all. I also love the fact that Stream, just like the rest of the party, has no clue about anything about Astoria.
Yeah,
it's great.
Right.
It literally just started. It'd be wild if they were like, well, yeah, since Astoria was born here, I'm gonna
Well, I have mentioned
What are
like
you
things of her backstory on stream before. Brief, not like any spoilers, but I have mentioned some crap, so some of them know of Astoria.
All our Astoria fans in chat, please shoot out your ships. Please shoot out. I'm not on Twitch because I'm old and I don't have one. Shoot out your ships. Shoot out your fan theories. Truly get in the comments.
Oh no,
Like and subscribe.
genuinely though,
No.
imagine if people started writing fanfic about this fucking campaign.
I would lose my mind. Anyways,
I would too.
Do that immediately. Yes.
Genuinely though, if anyone
or
makes
is he-
content of this.
Or goes by he, him, and is asexual, but if it makes it easier for stuff, any and all won't offend him. Whatever you gotta do to make it work, I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
He's an artificer. He can probably figure out a vibrate setting.
Hey.
Have a penis at all.
Hey!
Roderick!
Hey!
Damn it!
I am hitting you with a fly swatter spiritually.
Spiritual.
But for now, if
flash
anyone's
water.
interested in like a D&D Discord or whatever, we can square that away eventually. However, I do believe we are all here. If we could sound off real quick.
I'm not here. I'm tabbed out and playing Fortnite.
Yeah, fair enough. We know you.
I'm also not
but-
here.
Oh my
I am
God.
in the middle
Are
of
you
the
winning,
street
son?
laying down.
She just killed me they just killed me in Fortnite, so I know they're not here.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, we're all tabbed out playing Fortnite, guys. The Fortnite stream.
Guys, there's a squad right in front of us. There's a squad.
No.
We
No.
actually haven't been using a battle map. We just been doing everything in Fortnite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
It's Fortnite roleplay.
Guys,
Anyways,
you're gonna jump
I
off
believe
the
we have
battle bus?
Why wasn't I invited?
Because you're old, obviously.
I sent the invite. You just blocked me.
Damn.
Okay. All things
Oh,
aside,
that was you.
all things aside, as the kind of last splinters of ice kind of cascade across the deck, we are out of initiative. However, it is still, in fact, raining. Ooh, yikes. Okay.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on some stuff to happen. But anyways, I'm gonna come over and make sure this lady gets medical attention.
Yeah, she's kind of leaning on the ballista. The shards of ice that had embedded into her skin are melted, and it kind of streaks. What would just be blood running down her skin, like kind of pink, along with the rain. And she just kind of holds up a hand at you, just like, I'm okay. I'm not used to that. I'll be fine."
You're
I briefly quit screaming at the sky long enough to go over, pop in to cure wounds, and yell at her at Infernal, man your weapons!
Who's
But
the 5 hit points seems to kind of like some of the wounds across her face begin to seal. And she gives you a very confused look because she also does not speak Infernal.
no, and I just get to the front of the ship, and
She does take a glance at Henrik and just, is he always like that?
screaming's no. I don't know why or what he's screaming. But it seems best to leave him to it for now.
Fair enough. And she she turns around and finishes properly stringing this ballista. And as you folks kind of begin to maybe not relax but breathe, you can hear the kind of wet sound of someone scrambling back down the ropes and watch as the Furbolg's boots hit the deck, quickly followed by Casiris's. It seems like the sails are all free in front of you. There is no more to be, no more reason to be in the rigging, especially as right now it is dangerous. But they both look exhausted. You can probably tell if it wasn't raining, they would just be streaked with sweat.
Who is the captain? I forget.
Hayes, he's back here.
Can I just
He's currently steering.
the captain for a second? Does he look like super occupied, or is he like having a moment of like?
He's actively steering, and it looks like he's still doing the most strenuous thing on board right now, but he's can definitely make eye contact with you if you would like to have a conversation with him.
Okay, I'm like, hey, so is this like normal, or is this kind of?
Well, this can't happen, frankly. This time it went a lot better because we had you here.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah, normally more of the crew would have to get involved, meaning they wouldn't be at their stations, meaning we couldn't fly the ship as well. So,
Yeah. Is that thing still in the sky?
Which thing?
The thing I saw 2 weeks ago.
You saw a glimpse of it in like a shadow, and it appears to be gone.
Okay.
And it was just you saw a shadow move behind clouds, and you watched it kind of move out of your vision.
So, like, do those things come from, like, there was, like, a giant shadow thing over there. I pointed the direction that it was earlier that I saw before all those dudes came on board. Is that normal as well?
I wouldn't. I didn't see anything, and normally it's just the Mephits. I don't know what kind of I don't know what could be here other than us.
Okay, just checking. Thank you. Then I just
Yeah, kind of a furrowed brow.
gingerly walk away.
Alrighty, what's everybody else doing?
We are going to be fighting pirates. God damn it.
I eventually quit screaming and go immediately from screaming to shaking and fasten myself to a mast.
All
Can I
right.
help 4?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Well, combat's done. Time to tie you back up.
Actually, 4, why don't we go down deck? Downstairs.
Below deck.
Below deck. I can't speak.
No
Below
worries.
deck.
This unit, this below deck in the case of crash is the least safe place to be. This unit would like to report that is the least safe to be in case of a crash when one were to happen. Unlikely though it is.
Let's look at the two scenarios, right? Either you're below deck and we start going down and you run up to the top of the deck, or like, you know what I mean, we start to crash and you gotta untangle yourself. I feel like, you know, tying yourself to the ship, it's good because you won't fall off the ship, but if the ship crashes, then you're stuck to the ship.
This unit will require assistance. The unstable surface, but this unit will go below deck. 6'5" giant broad-shouldered robot thing is asking for you to hold its hand, basically.
Sure, I'll hold your hand.
Also, I will say now that we are out of combat, Nadia, if you would care to like briefly describe yourself for the folks at home who are not playing along.
Oh, okay, let me pull up the fucking thing. Okay, hold on.
No worries.
Give me a second. I forgot we're streaming.
No worries.
They come here for the professionalism.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's why they're all here. Just the ridiculous professionalism that we've all exhibited this whole time.
Exactly. There's been zero mistakes or you know,
issues.
yeah, there's been zero mistakes or issues or accidents or panic. None. Not a single bit.
The description I have is like a shorter woman of like regal posture, kind of like going to more the darker side skin tone, with like long black hair tied into like a tight bun. Her eyes are like a dark blue with like a very distinctly like reptilian vertical pupils. Like, most notably, her skin fades like as it goes towards her hair into like silver scales, which surround like the base of a large pair of horns that are the same color that shoot like to the back of her head. She also has like a similar colored tail that extrudes with fins. She's wearing like a very thin set of chain armor covered by like white robes with tints of purple, and she has like a giant great axe made of stone on her back.
Alright, and I believe you said you are a Dragonborn cleric, correct?
Yes. Dragonborn, but flavored. Dragonborn, mechanically, but flavored like to be like half Dragonborn.
Yep. A half-breed, if you will. Alrighty, but yeah, it is easy enough to kind of take 4 by the hand and lead him below deck. There is still kind of the roar in waves of the rain hitting the timber of this ship, but it seems to kind of ebb and flow, almost like the ocean that is beneath you folks. And it is still quieter in the belly of the ship. You can hear far below the kind of groaning huff of the lightning tanks, as well as the clattering and occasional draconic cursing of the bronze dragonborn that you know that is doing maintenance as another bolt of lightning hits the ship, rocks through it, and presumably puts more lightning into the tanks. And there's another flurry of curses, followed by what sounds like a valve being opened and a rush of air. But it is quieter than being on deck.
I just get all the way into a corner and just slide down.
Yeah, easy enough. The wood of the ship is warm, and you kind of find one of these structural beams to kind of tuck yourself in against down in the crew's quarters.
Thank you, I say to Nadia.
Of course. You doing okay?
This unit is operating within expected parameters. This unit has taken only superficial damage. This unit has expended only a third of its total arcane abilities at this time.
I think that's good.
This unit is operating within expected parameters.
And what's expected parameters?
The Model 13 Mark A assault unit is expected to be able to maintain a continued offensive against an enemy behind its own lines, interrupting logistics and support. This unit is currently capable of continuing that mission.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing all right.
Glad we get to finally expose somebody else to Mr. War Crimes McGee over here. Anyways, what is everybody else doing as Four and Nadia kind of settle in below decks? As you folks are kind of milling around, Astoria, you can see Casares kind of making his way over to you, kind of checking you over. He looks, just like his face is kind of tight with like stress, and you can see kind of a slick, dark kind of maroon across his palms, and you realize he's burned his hands on the rope, but he otherwise looks fine, just tired.
I have more cure wounds. She's gonna sort of look at him and just be like, "Are you okay?"
He nods, kind of wipes his hands off on his breeches and like kind of smears what looks like his own blood across the fabric. Yeah, I'm fine. The sail got caught. Nearly took out legs. He gestures to the Firbolg, who is now sitting against the bottom of the mast, eyes closed, like letting the rain just run over him. Thanks for handling the shit show on deck. It's appreciated.
It would be quite a shame if you, passed away.
Well, it's a dangerous line of work. I did sign a waiver when I signed on to the crew. I hope you know that much.
That is
I'll
true.
be
She's gonna reach out her hands for his.
He kind of pauses for a moment and then places his hands in yours. You can feel immediately the kind of torn skin across his palms. It's not hard to tell that he probably slipped and caught himself, and the rope is very coarse, and it just shredded through the first layer of skin on his palms.
She's gonna cast Cure Wounds.
All right, go ahead and roll it. That's excessive for an NPC, but go ahead.
That's fine. I love him.
You've been for 3 days.
Background for those who don't know, I simp for Casiris.
Yes, he's a tall, 7 foot tall, blue tiefling sailor, and Astoria is currently wildly simping for him.
Oh yeah, that's just me as a human. Mm-hmm. But also now Astoria as well, canonically. 8 HP.
Alrighty. You watch the kind of skin knit together again, and he kind of gives you a tired smile. Thank you. I appreciate it. it would have been fine tomorrow, but it is a sweet gesture. Thank you.
Of course. I mean, I have spell slots to use anyways, though, or well, I guess it's not spell slots, whatever. I have spells to use anyways, and I'll be better whenever I've rested as well, so no point in letting you deal with burned hands when I can fix that right now, and have it be no issue when we land.
He nods. I should go check with them. Hayes, we're still in the thick of it, so yeah, I'll be around if you need anything, but I do actually have to do my job.
Of course.
Pulls away and kind of heads in the direction of where Hayes and the navigator are still steering the ship.
Before he leaves, she's gonna call out for him to be careful.
He kind of glances over his shoulder at you and just like lifts a hand like in a half wave, just like, I'll do my best. It's a dangerous line of work.
I love him! Anyways.
What's everybody else up to?
I'm reading for my book.
Alrighty. The Point Break series. Alright, we'll circle back around to that in a minute. So Alston, Henrik, and I believe it is June, who we have not touched on post-fight.
I will check and make sure nobody's actively dying.
Yep, it's easy enough. There are still like shards melting across the deck, but no one is. It looks like the woman that got caught in the middle of things with you and four was the worst off, and she seems to be doing better now.
Okay. That's the case. I imagine I didn't hear Nadia mention the giant shape hiding behind the clouds.
Nope.
So I am going to go down, change into some drier clothes, and just in case, like not just inside the door, but pretty close to it, to the hold, I'm just going to set up a little thing and take out my pack of worn playing cards and just start a game of solitaire.
Alrighty. Yeah, as you move below deck, it's easy enough to find just a dry set of clothes. They're still kind of damp, but it's like you're getting caught in a rainstorm and changing and that kind of comforting dry. You can hear the kind of rolling thunder kind of crack through your awareness occasionally, as well as the waves of rain across the deck. But below deck, it is relatively peaceful. And you can lay out your cards and begin a game of solitaire. June and who else is it? We're missing Alston. What are you folks up to?
Jerry's not here.
Oh, in that case, Alston. Right? Sorry.
June just went
DM
to
has
sleep.
0 brain cells.
Yeah, Alston's probably he's a bit exhausted from that, but he at least takes a moment to, if there's any shards still on deck, to just kind of pick up and inspect, and he'll maybe like open up his coat there to show one to Bert, his rat familiar, and ask him like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Just sitting there and inspecting it for a bit. But I don't think mephits are probably too interesting of a specimen to take back to the college for sort of any interesting thing there. So once he's kind of done perusing them, he'll just go back down deck and try to take a short rest, look over his spell book, and if the cook needs any help, that's what he'll end up doing.
Yeah, nice. It's easy enough. You end up picking up. It's a longer, like icicle-sized shard. Kind of offer it to Bert. Bert sniffs it, licks it, sneezes, and then tucks itself back into your coat. And you are free to wander down below deck. It does not appear like the cook really needs anything in particular. It doesn't appear like he's cooking at the moment. Everything is kind of like fastened down. You see like cords tied around the cabinets to keep them closed. And he is currently just keeping things like locked down in the kitchen while the ship kind of like sways from side to side as opposed to its usual steady course. But you can for sure wander down to the crew's quarters and take a rest.
Sure.
Alrighty, and with that, unless anyone else is doing anything in particular, the storm begins to subside. It takes a while, and those that wander down below deck can occasionally hear boots on the ground above you, people climbing to rigging, the occasional shout between Hayes and his crew, but it does eventually subside. I have like 4 things to keep in track of. There we go. All right. Well, I didn't mean for the bot to leave, but close enough. Okay.
No more bot.
So it eventually, the storm kind of leads into night. Hold on just a moment. It's daytime. There we go.
Okay, I was about. That's like, oh, it's very day.
Yes, sorry. I've got 3 maps stacked on top of one another that I'm cycling through. And you folks know this is the last night of your voyage. And if no one else is going to do anything, we can move right to the docking at Ovanth.
What story am I being read?
Oh, right. You are being read a segment of the second book of the Point Break series. We follow our hard-boiled protagonist, William Knight, who is a grizzled half-orc detective working in Ionium, a city. It's not Ionium. It's similar to Ionium. I have this literally written down somewhere. This is the shit that I got focused on at one point, and yes, I actually have a segment of it. But no, it is.
Because it's book 2 and 4 doesn't know what's going on, I'm stopping every sentence explaining the context behind everything. It's getting annoying at some point because I just keep on stopping and explaining shit.
Yeah, it is a story that follows a detective in the dark streets of a city named Acerona. It is a very dark, rainy city where she takes her secrets to her grave, and it is this very stoic, tired protagonist. And it appears to be following some sort of plot line where he's solving murders, but there are weird threads through it that 4 is picking up on, like things that don't quite connect or that don't seem to make sense of someone was in this place at this time and that doesn't make sense. And it is poorly written, but weirdly easy to focus on. It's easy to get pulled into this gritty setting and this very grizzled protagonist, and his on and off again flame, a tiefling lounge singer named Muse, and their escapades, and their kind of strained relationship as he gets pulled deeper into his work for this city that he both loves and hates. And this is what Astoria is reading to you in fragments as she backtracks and explains, oh, this is what happened with this in the last book that she'd read between now and when you folks were staying at the lodge briefly.
Nadia, this unit is confused.
What do you mean?
If Detective William Knight knows that Baron von Villen is indeed responsible, why does he not simply kill Baron von Villen so he can spend more time with Muse?
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
But he knows he did it.
Right, but he can't prove it.
But we know because in that second chapter you said little did he know that it was Baron von Villen the whole time.
Are we getting caught up on the idea of it being fictional?
I don't know third person perspective. Because the little did he know. I've never read or been introduced to fiction before.
So, how do I explain this? Okay. So, third person perspective, right? It's changed from the first book, because the first book was first person, but they changed to third person, which honestly I like a little bit better because you get to go into the psyche of different characters besides the protagonist. So
I will say, the book is written in first person. They all are.
It's written in first person. Okay,
yeah, it's noir style, he's narrating. This is for those that aren't aware. This is just a shitty noir series that they picked up a while ago.
It was in the Mimic Room.
Yeah, they're like bad noir novels.
Fucking mimics.
Okay, so we're getting caught up on the idea. Are we getting caught up on the idea of laws existing, or are we getting caught up on the idea of a third person? Okay, so we're not getting caught up on the idea of third person. So we're getting caught up on the idea of laws.
This unit is confused. If he has such strong suspicions that it's this person, it is his obligation to end the suffering of the innocents.
But how does he know if he's correct, though?
He has to operate off the parameters of his mission, which are to stop crime, and so far we know it's Baron von Billen. It's obvious.
Is
It was
it obvious?
foreshadowed. It was foreshadowed on the first page when.
Are
Baron
we sure
von
that
Billen-
it's? Are we sure that it's obvious?
This unit is entirely sure. If someone was maintaining sentry watch upon a previous kill site, it is clearly them.
But can you determine that it is them with physical or hard evidence, not just suspicion?
I mean, that's just proper protocol. When maintaining watch over a position in which you have already established a kill zone, you fall back or forward, depending on where the enemy's arms are going to follow, to make sure that the people trying to say... I'm sorry. This unit apologizes. Keep reading.
Nadia's getting offended.
Do you keep reading, Nadia?
Of course I do.
Okay. As Nadia begins to read once more, we will move back to the deck with Astoria as you finish kind of speaking into the night. And you hear someone clear their throat over your shoulder. It's God! Hi!
Oh no! Not God!
Just the Christian God. He's just here now. Just hanging out.
Jesus
Oh,
Christo?
man. Jesus, we did it. You got crucified. You're upset about it.
Jesus
no,
Christo?
You glance over your shoulder, and Casares is kind of like glancing past you at. That was a sound.
That was so fucking high.
Fucking whistle tones.
I like him.
I noticed.
You think my dog is losing his mind? What'd you do?
He kind of like looks at you and then past you into. It's hard to see the stars. There are still like masses of clouds that you folks are sailing through. How loud were you speaking through all that, by the way? You just DM'd me.
Probably not pretty loud. Probably like a little over a whisper.
Mm.
He might have heard the end bit.
He doesn't seem to give any inclination of that as he kind of looks between you and the sky. You doing all right? Your friend seemed a bit of a mess. The middle one.
Yeah. I'm fine. He's an interesting character.
Yeah. I haven't heard that much infernal cursing since I was a child.
I don't think I've heard that from him ever either.
Oh yes, he has quite the mouth on him. I don't know if you speak it.
I don't.
It's a beautiful language. It's a lot when it's just all vulgarity and violent threats. But I mean, I understand he's stressed out right now, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he doesn't quite like airships.
I noticed.
Past experience, I guess.
Sounds like it. I mean, I guess I can't blame him not knowing what it is that he encountered, but he's got some things to say, especially about cursing at God and all that.
Well, I can understand him on that note.
Not a fan, I take it.
Not really. The gods have yet to give anything good to me, so why should I give them anything good?
Oh, that's fair enough. I think they're a little too wrapped up in their own affairs, self-centered.
Exactly. All they care about is entertainment, and so far, I guess I've been quite entertaining to them.
Ah, fair. Thank you, Michael. Oh, incredible. But he just nods kind of thoughtfully. Yeah, I think the day that they start paying more attention to us will be a an interesting one. I'm not sure if it'll be good or bad, but you know, yeah, it'll be something. Yeah, assuming it's not more accidentally creating horrors of night type thing.
Yeah, I really hope that won't happen again.
No, hopefully. We've already got enough werewolves and vampires as it is. What's next? I don't know, there's not a lot of ground they haven't covered with that one. The whole creatures of night and moonlight and whatnot.
I have yet to encounter one, and I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, I would too. Anyways, you folks are getting off at Avanth, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. We should make port about noon tomorrow, and you can be on your way.
She's gonna go, like, silent for a bit. And sort of, like, look back out at the stars. And then look back at him, and she's gonna say, if there came a time where I wanted to find you again, how would you suggest I do so?
He kind of looks at you for a second and then, like, smiles. And it's almost knowing. He looks you
She's
over.
100% avoiding eye contact, by the way. Like 2000% avoiding eye contact.
He kind of folds his hands behind his back and looks you over. Well, there's always a chance that I'll be in port. Burning Rose is pretty distinct in her design, so she's easy enough to clock from a distance. Beyond that, you could always send to me a few messages that way.
You see her smile a little bit, and she goes, yeah, I think that would be nice.
He nods. Fair enough.
This is hurting me. I don't want to leave him.
You've known him for like 2 days.
I don't care. Me as Phoenix has known him for like over a month now. Admittedly, it's like 3 days over said month, but like, whatever.
But yeah, he kind of just nods and goes quiet, and the evening passes. It seems as if the crew takes watch and lets you folks rest.
We get to conduct a long rest.
You get to conduct a long rest.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Spell slots and
Yay!
health and bardic inspiration, oh my!
And we level up because you said we were going to. It's great.
100%.
I mean, you said it. I'm gonna just go
We
ahead
actually leveled down?
Yeah,
actually.
we're actually back down to level 1, which we've
Methods
never
have a
played in
mechanic.
this campaign.
Yeah, the methods have a mechanic actually where every time they explode near you, you drop a level.
Oh,
a level.
shit.
Good lord, I can't speak today.
I mean,
wait.
Fun fact: there is actually an old school dragon. I think it was like 3rd edition. That did
Shadow
that.
Dragon. Yep.
That sounds
Mm-hmm.
painful.
I've thought about it, but
Yeah.
it's too mean.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put
there's
that
this
in one of
entire
my
thing in-
campaigns when I'm tired of being friends with everyone involved.
I was just saying that'll certainly end some friendships. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Monty might kill you, like in person, in real life. Alrighty, but the sun does eventually rise, and as you folks kind of wake up in the morning, you've had an uninterrupted rest, and you kind of all trickle above decks in the morning. You can see the landmass of which continent is it? Hold on.
Thania?
The landmass of Thania in the distance. You can start to see the clusters of bright buildings against the coast. Sorry,
We
were you all
start-
downstairs? Go ahead.
As we start to approach land, I'm gonna find the captain.
Alrighty, easy enough. Hayes appears to be more wrapped up in actually piloting as you folks kind of move towards, like, you're starting to descend very slowly.
Well, captain, thanks for allowing us to join you on your journey here.
Of course. A deal is a deal. You paid your fee. That amongst the crew, and even defended us from those little creatures.
Well, seemed awfully rude not to help when those things would kill us just as well.
Kind of just smiling at you, looking ahead.
Still.
Yeah.
Said you weren't heading any further in the direction of Kavagon. You able to help at all in pointing us at somebody who can, or at least a place to look?
He reaches up and begins doing that old chin scratch, thinking to himself, let me just check some things. There we go, found it. Now, if you're looking to get to Kavagan, you can take some ferries. Or they are more expensive than riding with motley crews such as us.
How much more expensive?
Well, they are public affairs. Let's see. They're about if I remember correctly, they're about a gold a person. They don't make you work though. So he kind of does that little balancing motion with both of his hands. Good and bad to both sides.
And he heading straight to Kavagon, or there be stops along the way?
Well, first we're going to be stopped in Ovant for a little while. Get some trading done, restock our supplies. And yeah. So we're not making a straight trip there. And neither will the ferries, of course. They need to stop there. Stop not only for pickups, but also to drop people off. They're almost a bus service, but a gold piece will get you to Kavagan. I know that much.
Thanks for your time, Captain.
Of course. Give you that slow nod.
And Urk will return it.
Old man bonding.
Yay, old man!
Yay,
Yeah.
old man.
God, my fucking back hurts.
Oh, me bones!
I'm taken entirely out of the encounter. There's not enough solemn grunting.
Different kind of old man bonding, like a
No.
Anyways, as you folks approach the actual land, the ship itself kind of descends between the clouds, heading for the port in Ovanth, which is familiar to some and more unfamiliar to others. Those who have been back and forth to Ionium have been here before multiple times, just as it's one of the larger ports that is moving back and forth from Ionium on the daily. And the sea kind of rushes up under you before eventually coming into port. The Burning Rose does hit the water, and there's this kind of spray of ocean. Ovant is one of the few places on the continent, or really in the known world, where people actively fish. This is a kind of large, protected bay where it's shallow, but not, shallow enough that there is about 20 feet deep at the most in places, but you can still land airships in the bay, and I've pulled up the map here, which is what the Burning Rose is doing, kind of settling into the water as the crew kind of runs about in the rigging and prepares it to stop. It's hard to tell, Vanth, where the land ends and where the city, where the bay begins, because the city kind of crawls out into the actual water on these very well-established routes of plank streets that are suspended above the water. People kind of move between these buildings in larger kind of streams of people, and there are like smaller fishing vessels across the water. And I will actually pop up a splash image because we do have a background for this. It is the city leads up into kind of a walled area where there is the kind of higher echelons of society, but it is otherwise bright. It is, as you draw closer into port, hearing the sound of the water against the ship, you begin to hear people like talking, trading. There is a roar of life around you. The city is bright and clean, and you can hear like seagulls and other cats like running around on the docks as ships kind of pull in alongside the docks themselves. And Hayes absolutely expertly pulls the Rose up, and you folks watch as Casiris and the Furbolg hop from the deck down to the the port, and with these huge lines begin to lash it down as one of the other sailors walks past you and pushes the gangplank across to kind of crash into the deck.
I run to shore immediately. Do I see like a rock or a patch of dirt?
There are a handful of rocks that kind of crop up alongside these walkways, but there is kind of like water lapping around the edges of them, and they are kind of built into the side of the boardwalks.
Do I see a little rock or a little thing of dirt at all?
I mean, there's those, and then it goes further inwards. You'd have to go for a little while. There is like solid. There are a handful of streets that are stone, however.
I guess I run down and I sprint over to one of these big rocks and kneel as if before Christ himself and put my hand on it.
Oh God.
As my eyes finally settle down all the way to blue.
The local robot really hates air travel. But no, it's easy enough. There is this kind of calming like feeling to having like that, no longer that rocking sensation of being suspended in the air, but solid wood decking under your feet, and this huge stone outcropping that is rooted into the earth itself. And you don't breathe, but it feels like you've finally had a chance to exhale.
There's a steam valve that goes off.
Yeah, fair enough. What's everybody else doing as the crew, the Burning Rose, finishes lashing down the lines to the ship itself, or to the dock, and begins to go about unloading their cargo as the kind of dock hands approach them?
Enjoy it while you can, for we'll be back on a ship soon enough.
He's kind of just turns to Henrik. Some people aren't made for this guy.
Yeah, you see all that like just relaxation, just immediate like tension, as if Thor is a marionette being pulled abruptly upward.
Why'd you guys have to tell him again?
And you just hear, oh.
Oh.
Just oh.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The
We'll
letter
have
O
some
exits
time.
force mouth.
Like, oh shit, but I didn't say shit because I thought we were being fucking civil here.
No.
Ah.
It's Twitch, not a church.
Listen, I've had a cult made about me.
Anyways,
moving on.
moving on.
Wait, like in real life or in the game? Either way,
In
wild.
Twitch.
Anyways, we gotta pack this after stream.
Yeah, we'll do this
Yeah.
after.
Someone from the
So-
boat here, DM me what the rules are. I'm just curious. I'm not gonna follow, but I gotta know.
This man is old. You do not know the youngsters' rules. But yes, so what is everybody doing as the crew of the Burning Rose kind of gets swept up into their actual work of unloading, and you see a what appears to be more of a tanker-sized ship begin to approach as there's a door built into the opposite side of the ship that isn't facing the port, which like is thrown open by this dragonborn that you folks have seen. He is streaked with soot and sweat, and his like dark scowl as he hauls what appears to be a large metal like tube to the edge of the ship towards the one that is approaching to kind of come up beside the Burning Rose.
His hands are.
I drained the RV.
Yeah, his hands are black to the elbows.
Can I do
Oh,
a
the plumbing got bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
what
go
do you... Oh, go ahead.
No, I interrupted someone.
I believe that was Henrik. What were you saying?
I was just making a dumb joke.
So for what were you wanting to perceive?
Well, now that all of my relaxation has been immediately evaporated, I go back on mission. I want to do a perception check for the type of people that I would have used as informants before. Just, people who are like currently being like under the boot of the oppression of this state. Like anyone who looks like just like for whatever reason, I'm in bad shape. Just people that the Iron Wolves would have used as turncoats.
Fair enough. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check. And actually, as you do, Phoenix, I also need a perception check from you.
Oh, lovely.
24.
24, all right. And Phoenix?
17.
Okay. So we'll start with 4. Ports are, I don't want to say a breeding ground for that variety of people, but it's definitely where a lot of them kind of gravitate to. You notice the pretty typical, like, I don't want to say shady subjects, but the typical figures that you would be approaching, that your folks in the past would have used for information, for lack of a better term. These kind of people that kind of hang around the edges, the shadows, in the alleys, who appear to be, taking a look over as the Burning Rose docks with another ship, and like this huge metal tube is rolled out and connected between the ships, and you hear a flurry of like cursing and steam. But they are definitely on the fringes here, and you could pick one out pretty easily.
I'll wait for everyone else to do what they're going to do, but I have a plan.
Alrighty, what's everybody else doing before I circle back around to Phoenix and then 4?
Fear.
Just an inquiry. What's the plan here? Like, are we staying? Like, I'm not really familiar with the plan right now. So, are we gonna take another ship up to what the fuck is the town called?
Kavagan.
Kavagan.
To Kavagan? Are we just walking now? How?
Well, there's a bit more ocean in the way.
Yep.
So we do need to grab another ship, which is why I asked about the ferries. And if anybody wants to come along, check those out.
Sure.
If not, anybody who goes to do something else, we should probably plan to. I don't know. I probably see half a dozen inns from where I'm standing at, right?
Absolutely. There are signs vying for space on the skyline that boast comfortable inns, cheap drinks. This is a port where people are coming and going. They are advertising to sailors. And it is very obviously like there are doors open. You can hear like 5 different taverns playing music into the street, along with the chatter of, you can see sailors coming off of their own airships and heading to taverns and inns and other establishments of various varieties that are all vying for advertising space. You will have no trouble finding something.
At a glance, which seems the least seedy?
Give me a perception check or an investigation, whichever you prefer.
Minus on int? Yeah, it's gonna be perception.
Fair enough. Am
Am I able to give a hand?
Sure. Go ahead and you can roll as well, and I'll just take the average.
Perception.
Alrighty. Between the two of you, you eventually scope out a newer, relatively clean sign that says the Whistling Pig. And it kind of leads down to a kind of squat tavern squished between two other buildings. The door is not open, but the inside is brightly lit. And you can hear people laughing from within.
Meet back here at the Whistling Pig in 2 hours. Henrik looks across the group.
Astoria's gonna nod.
Sure.
All right. Everybody should be with at least one other person.
Buddy system.
Yeah, buddies!
Yeah.
Buddy.
This unit calls dibs on Nadia.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I was going to call dibs on Nadia.
We may engage in combat.
Okay. Where are we going?
Someone's popular.
This unit would like to make a discussion with the... Do not make eye contact with them. This unit was going to make a discussion with the ones in the corner. The one shaving himself with a dagger, the one missing an eye, and the one with a couple teeth missing.
Why you want to talk to them?
Previous experience indicates to this unit that they would be most helpful in elucidating where we could find our contact.
Or our contact is
Target.
in a different city.
Yes. I also feel like I'm not the best suited for this.
Correct. You are not unkind enough. Astoria, are you free for this purpose?
Sure. She just looks confused.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Astoria's gonna look at Nadia and be like, I don't know either.
Are we
Or-
hold on, are we certain our contact is in another city?
This is Ovanth. You folks just you've landed in Ovanth. As far as you're aware, your target is in Kavagan, which is still like across the world. Here, I'll pull up the map again so you can see kind of where you are and where you're supposed to be.
Never mind.
Okay.
My 24 for not.
You can still talk to the local underbelly if you would like. I'm not gonna stop you.
Well, no, but like the only reason I have to do that would be, so there would be, but there's not like, this isn't like Terre Haute on your way to Indianapolis. Like they would have crossed through here for sure.
No, they
probably-
teleported.
They teleported directly there. Got it.
Yeah, they had teleported directly there. The teleportation circle was definitely 100% trapped, according to Alfred.
No, I still do have a reason to talk to them.
Alrighty.
I think Astoria or Henrik would be good for this if you want to talk to them.
I'm going to go check the ferries.
Okay, so go check the
Astoria
ferries.
will come along.
All right, 4. I need you to look at me and promise me. Violence only in self-defense, and do not break any laws.
Violence only in defense of myself or members of. I might be a bard, but I am not good with names. Yes.
We need to come up with a better party name.
And do not break any laws. I do not have enough money to get you out of jail.
This unit is unfamiliar with the current laws, municipality rules, etc. of this current setting. This unit cannot promise that.
And it would be a good idea to research, wouldn't that? Reconnoiter your
Inquiry.
environment.
Inquiry. Are you asking this unit to go peruse the local library for all laws, municipal rules, tax codes, etc.?
That might be actually a good idea. That might save us a lot of problems in the future.
Not all of it, but a good faith effort would be appreciated.
This unit will not engage in combat unless provoked. This unit will not destroy anything unless provoked or in the pursuit of our mission.
Good enough.
Outstanding.
I'm gonna go check the ferries. Anybody coming with?
Sure, I guess.
All right, so we've got Nadia and Henrik heading for ferries. 4 and Astoria paired off, I assume?
Yep. I guess.
All right, that leaves Alston and June are paired off in that case. Which
Jude's just like passed out on Austin's
June
shoulder.
is skulking at the moment, or not sorry, skulking. Is kind of blending in with the crowd, but is still around.
Yeah, of all the players to go missing, it's most fitting for June.
June's like sleepwalking.
But yeah, Astoria, as you kind of cross off of the ship, you do kind of see Cyrus lean against the railing of the ship, and he waves to you. Just keep in touch, will you?
Astoria waves back and is just like, I will. I'll send the first letter ASAP.
All right.
And she smiles at him.
He smiles back and heads back to his work because he's very busy.
Pain. I miss him already.
That
Him 2 feet away.
That target is well. The current heart rate is elevated, and skin is flushing.
What does that
How do
mean?
you like yours is? Are you unwell?
No.
Do you require medical attention?
I'm fine.
Your eyes are way dilated, even though this is a well-lit environment.
Or it's just like calling out a story. I'm fine. I don't know why.
This
Any of
unit
that's
is
happening.
capable of critical first aid if required.
I am totally fine, please. I'm perfectly fine, I promise.
Oh. DM,
Mm-hmm.
I want to just drop everything backstory-wise. Do I know enough about psychology from my less than great way I used to talk to people to roll an insight check on that?
If Phoenix
You know
will
how to do
allow
an
it.
interrogation? Sure.
Well, no, but that's what did I pick that up? Like,
Yes, but at disadvantage because you're used to people being scared, not uncomfortable.
well, but I mean, I used to threaten people's loved ones.
They were
Yes.
scared for them.
They were scared for them, not uncomfortable.
Insight, so
Insight at disadvantage.
What's this going based off of?
15.
Astoria, what is 4 get on at 15?
What is this based off of?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Why is this humanoid agitated?
Okay. 15. Hold up. I have to do mental math.
Background.
So, Astoria is telling the truth. She's 100% fine. However, she is interested in Cyrus. She does not know this. Off the top of her head.
Oh, in that case, Ford will say that unit's strength modifier and constitution are not high enough to prevent him from being acquired.
What the fuck? Astoria's just gonna look confused as fuck. What are you talking about?
Your current bio readouts are 100% indicating an interest in that one. We could acquire him.
Astoria's face just goes like darker red, and she's just like, I don't think that'll be necessary.
I've done this before. He could be tied up if that were your preference.
No, that's fine. Leave him be for.
Understood. Anyway, this unit has calculated that those are the most likely to have committed acts of murder, larceny, and/or drug dealing, and that is who this unit needs to speak with.
Lovely. We're just jumping right in, aren't we, for?
This unit is happy to jump well on solid ground.
Okay, lovely.
I will lead the. This unit will lead the way.
First person
and you-
four for a second?
Yeah, no, that's actually I
It's
didn't
been happening. Yes.
Yep, I know.
That's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
in the
seen
meantime,
part of it.
Before we kind of hop in with Four and Astoria talking to the local underbelly, I believe Henrik is going to be having to leave here in a few minutes. So if you wanted to square away your ferry inquiries, unless you would have to go now.
Yeah, I do kind of have to get going now.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, if it's all right, well, we will keep on and assume that Henrik went and got ferry freights or ferry,
Ferry rates.
prices, and then went to the inn.
Whispering
If-
Pig.
If Henry's
All
gone
right.
right now, do you mind if I backtrack and go with Alston instead, just to keep things simple?
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah, because I think that would make sense.
All right.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, works
All
easy enough. We'll say that June and Alston Henrik went off together to talk ferries.
All right. Bye, guys. Have
Alrighty,
fun.
bye, Henrik.
Bye.
See you next week, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Don't
Good one, man.
get thrown in jail. I only
well.
have so much money.
About that.
I only have so much money. Yeah, that's story of D&D
Oh,
life. Alrighty, in that case,
Bye.
before you head off with Astoria,
Lovely.
you see at one of the market stalls that's
Oh,
kind of
shit.
set up a figure that for a second you glance over and then you realize is a familiar woman.
Oh no.
Um, she is kind of a slightly stooped older lady, older now as you haven't seen her in many years, and you recognize her as a farmer
Oh no. Oh no.
from Wildewell. And she is currently working on setting up, it appears to be she's selling bags of rice and what appears to be rice wine.
Oh god. Astoria, once seeing that, is going to pull up her hood very tightly.
Go ahead and make me a stealth roll. At disadvantage because you're walking next to a large metal man.
Oh, lovely, 10.
I immediately just turned. Astoria, this unit is confused. As far as this unit's temperature gauge can tell, you should be well within your tolerances.
That's... Don't worry about it.
Understood. We are being discreet.
I-
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
This...
Yeah. Four does absolutely thunder across these boardwalks. And the route he takes you moves you closer to this stall, and you, despite your best efforts,
Shit.
eventually catch these kind of bright green eyes that go absolutely wide with surprise.
No. No.
And this woman like gathers her skirts up and steps out from behind her booth.
No.
And you recognize her by name.
Don't speak to
She
me.
is someone that was frequently a patron of your mother.
Uh-huh.
1 second.
Lovely. Perfect. Wonderful. I'm
It's
so
someone else's
perfectly
turn.
okay.
Someone else's turn.
Oh no. I knew this was coming, but not this soon.
You
We
know
enter here.
her-
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
You know her as Lizette. She is a farmer, and you know her husband as well.
How
They
do I
are
spell
they lived down the street from you. Here, I'll put it in chat.
Thank you. I need to make a separate document for her. Hey, that's
and
my old Spanish teacher's name.
She approaches you quickly. Do you make any attempt to move, or like she moves fast for kind of an older woman? She's not completely gray, but she's like getting on in years.
I will
Astoria's
step
gonna
in the
pretend
way.
like she's seen nothing.
I will step in the way if there's a rapid approach.
It's less like running at Astoria and more of just like kind of a rush walk.
Speed walking.
Yeah.
I will still intercept that. Good.
Um,
What time of day is it?
it's about midday.
Good noon. How can this be of service?
Good news.
Also, I need to put that in the quotes chat.
The woman kind of like pauses and recoils a couple of steps. For you are very large and very intimidating. And and she just, I'm so sorry. Astoria, and she like pokes her head around to like look you in the eye.
She's gonna look up with like. She's trying. It's a bit of a forced smile, but she's trying.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's been years you've been missing.
And there could be more. Have a good day.
Do you just like push past her?
I try to like very gently like forklift sort of like I'm stronger than you and this will only get bad.
Oh god.
She kind of like steps to the side like a bit because obviously you are a fucking tank, literally. And but still like eyes do not leave Astoria. Darling, your parents, they've been worried sick for like 5 years.
Astoria's face has just gone like pale as fuck. As pale as her red face can already get.
Like a sickly pink, yeah.
Yeah.
My
parents.
head turned like owl like 180 degrees and I kind of like lean towards you while still pushing her away. Is this a conversation you desire to have?
She's gonna look at 4 and just give him like the tiniest nod.
I spin my head back around. I remove my hands. I turn my eyes. My eyes go back red. Understood. This communication may proceed.
The woman like looks between.
I've got
you
permission
and
from the
Thor.
robot.
Yeah. She just could like pull her shawl in closer to herself.
But also, I'm preparing a firebolt for if anyone attacks Astoria.
She's an old lady.
Or does not.
Astoria's
Henrik's an old man. He fucks up people.
seeing
DM,
seeing
hold on,
him
no.
seeing him
GM
prepare this.
specifically knows why I don't trust the elderly.
I
That
know.
was you wrote that into my lore. I'm just being true to it.
Seeing him do this, Astoria is just gonna like give him a look that's just like back down. It's fine.
I don't know if I can read. Can I read? We just established that I only know people if they're scared. So do I understand that?
I think that the whole like romance thing wasn't kind of an outlier. You can roll like insight as just standard.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my insight to see if the robot understands.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah.
My eyes go blue. I quit preparing a firebolt. This unit will go talk to our friends. Have a good day, like. And I keep going over while still like keeping eyes, but I get distance, so Astoria has some privacy while I go closer to the murderers and drug dealers.
Okay. Lovely.
But yeah, the woman kind of like looks between you and 4, and she's like worrying her hands together. She wears only like a wedding ring. It's very plain, but you can see like wrinkled from years of work, kind of arthritic, and she kind of at a distance is still like staring at you like she thinks if she blinks you'll disappear. It's been how long has it been?
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. Sweetheart, they had a funeral for you. Where have you been?
She's just like astonished. She has no clue what to say. And she's just like, in my view at the time, they disappeared. What exactly happened?
You went missing. That's what happened. You left. We thought somebody had taken you. You never came home from school. The whole town was in an uproar for months. We couldn't. You just vanished. Your poor parents have been absolutely crushed.
She's like, just. What the fuck? This is fucking with my mind too. Holy shit. What is happening? What have you done to me?
Your parents are worried about you, Phoenix.
Yeah.
They want you to come home.
Yeah, I see that. About that space. Yeah?
There's nothing in your lore that contradicts this.
Totally not. Yeah. No. Yeah, perfect. She's just gonna be like, I never came home from school.
No, I feel like you should know this at this point. You never came home. I think they waited. They gave it a few days before they started to panic. But especially your mother,
But
she hasn't been the same since, darling.
But I did come home. And and she's like freaking out a little bit.
She
gone.
looks confused.
Yeah, Astoria also looks confused.
The only time they leave town is when they come here for trade. On the holidays. That's That's if you're around, you should. They think you're dead. You should stop by and see them, at least confirm that you're alive.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And she's like sort of thinking of it, and then she's like, Yavis, is he alive?
When you say Yavis, she gets another confused look and like kind of does a confused head shake. Just, darling, I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Blue Water Genasi was with his mother.
She shakes her head again. No one like that's come through town, dear.
They lived in our same town. They were... And she just looks like more freaked out.
Well, listen, this part you wrote it. She shakes her head again.
I did write this in, and now I'm kind of regretting it.
Yeah, she shakes her head. It's not ringing any bells. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I don't truly know what's happening. Astoria's gonna reach up and, like, touch the scar over her eye.
It's still there.
Fuck. What? Okay. Lovely. Are they still in the same house as before?
They didn't have the heart to move. I recommended it. Getting out of the same place. They don't want to leave it behind. Your room is still the same as you left it, as far as I know. I was there last week before I came out.
Okay. Astoria is just gonna sort of nod at her and say, I'll visit them. Thank you.
Good. They'll. I mean, I feel like saying they'll be relieved is an understatement.
Yeah, probably. And Astoria is gonna go try and find Four, and is just still very much pale.
It's easy. He's a large metal man.
Yeah.
As soon as Astoria said she was okay with that interaction, I was like, I immediately took that as an opportunity to get some space.
Alrighty.
So I don't want to like sprint through this crowd, but I walked directly the whole time towards the back of the room. Those kids.
Yeah, fair enough. Before we touch on what Four is doing, Alston and Nadia, what are you two up to?
Do you have anything, Nutty?
Not particularly. I don't know.
All right.
I was gonna see this. Oh, if you have something, I'll follow you around.
Sure. So, would there be any sort of messenger service, like magical messaging, or
Oh, for sure. There are sending shops.
non-magical? Okay, sure. Yeah, then I would go find one to send a message back to the headmistress at the college.
Sorry, I forgot to message you back about that. But yes, please continue.
Yeah. So just kind of giving an update, because I was supposed to be coming back from Cavagon, and now I'm going there again. So just kind of giving that update. I'm just kind of mentioning that we might have some lead on this whole curse plague thing. And that's why I'm going back.
Alrighty. You relay this to one of the clerks at a sending shop, which is something that's relatively common, more so in the actuality of Ionium. But it's a small store where there are a handful of wizards that sit about. And she nods as she kind of takes down your message, double checks that it's 25 words, and then you hear her cast the spell, relay the words. There is a few beats of quiet before she scratches down a message and slides a piece of paper across the counter to you. And it's just a confirmation from the headmistress that if you have leads and you are able to follow them, then you should. It would be appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's just about all I want to do.
All right. Nadia, are you up to anything, or are you following along with Alston going to the sending shop?
I will. Yeah, I'll follow Allison for now. Stay in pairs.
Alrighty. Are you doing any sendings if you're there? Oh, by the way, it's a 1 copper piece to do a sending. It's like a payphone essentially.
Yeah, dang, that's nothing. But all right.
Hmm. No,
These are like underpaid wizard employees. What were you saying, Nadia? Sorry.
No, I don't think I have anything to say.
Alrighty, cool. Yeah, easy enough. In that case, we will circle back around to 4, who's talking to the pinnacle of morality in the city.
I approach the councilman.
Yes. 4
Um,
teleports into the council room.
I actually take the effort to take my shield and put it on my back, just to be very clear, not attempting violence at this exact second. And I approach. Good noon, gentle people. This unit is looking for work. This unit has a friend, Idris. Have you heard of him? I'm gonna insight check whatever the fuck they say.
You approach a small group. There appear to be a couple people standing around, and there is a kind of half-elf looking man who looks you over first, as well as she appears to be a smaller, slight human woman. And they both kind of look you over with a good deal of confusion you would get with a 12 insight.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. Idris, can I help you?
Well, that failing, I do put the shield back on. You can, very easily. This unit is looking for someone named Idris. Tiefling,
Again,
tall. I provide the whole description.
The woman standing next to this kind of half-elf man kind of glances between him and then looks past you at where you can still see the crew of the Rose moving around on deck, just like you mean like that fucker? Literally behind you, dude. Tall, black hair, blue. He's right there.
Eyes red. I turn around, prepare a firebolt, and we'll let it go if I see who I think it is.
You do see Casiris on the deck of the Rose.
I droop down disappointedly.
Don't you look at Cyrus? He's great.
I turn back around. Many apologies. This unit is new to the area. Is there a place where newcomers who are also looking to work might have congregated?
The short woman kind of looks to the half-elf guy and shrugs. Jeez, I don't know. I think there's a guild around, but what do you think?
People who need to avoid notice.
It depends on what you want. What are you here for, dude?
As I have said, I am looking for my friend Idris.
I don't know if you're looking to meet people. What were you saying?
We don't know any fucking Idris.
Yeah, it's a big city, dude. There's a lot of people here.
I understand. Things are difficult. Times are hard. Would the exchange of an item perhaps be useful? And I pull out my +1 repeating hand axe. This unit does not have currency, but this unit is willing to exchange this item for information.
I mean, I would take it, but we don't have any information on this fucking Idris guy, man. Like, it's a big city. You could ask around other people, but like, have you like tried posting a flyer about it or something?
That will be a secondary course of action, to be sure. Can I roll an insight check to see if like I'm just barking up the entirely the wrong ass tree?
Sure. Please roll low. It will be hilarious.
Oh no. I will, because 4.
These people know something they're not telling you.
Oh.
But you are holding a crossbow, and the taller man does seem to be interested in it.
Understood. You seem to be non-melee combatants. I pull out the crossbow. Would this be useful for at least finding where perhaps people who needed to engage in wet work would apply? I put if there's like a table or something, I put the crossbow down.
There's like a crate next to them that you can set it on.
I put that down there. I am incredibly experienced in those fields. And am looking for gainful employment.
That guy did message you.
Yes, one moment. DMs need to discuss briefly.
Oh,
No
that's
worries.
terrifying. It's not worrying at all.
Always follow 4. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, nothing at all. Same for Astoria. If you follow Astoria,
just
nothing bad will ever happen.
If you follow 4, you immediately meet someone from the backstory, and 4 starts threatening criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
While he left you alone with the person you said you wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for that, he's like scratching his chin and like looking over the crossbow you've set down. I could tell you a little something.
Oh my god, Mug's back.
First,
That guy has 3 voices.
I can't. I don't know. I suck
It's
at
fine,
It's
I
two more
love
than I
Mug.
have, so.
I love Mug. He's my favorite.
This
Well,
unit would
second favorite.
appreciate that.
I tried to go with like seedy, not super well educated gentlemen.
You could just do like copy, but go on.
He's like,
Hey,
well,
old love, I know a whole lot about murder.
Awful, thank
But
you.
I hated that. I hated that so much.
but Ed, I can tell you something. But first, deal's got to be made. I take it I'll give you the information, but you sure you're giving this to me in exchange?
I have so many other options for ranged violence.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right. He will take it, study it a little bit, kind of turn around and point it at the wall, just looking down the sights. It's a good piece of weaponry there.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
All right.
Incredibly useful against wet targets. I use Firebolt for the dry ones.
All right. There's a. Let me tell you. He kind of leans in for a whisper.
4 leans in.
There's a group around here, in what I guess you could call the underground. They call themselves the Ravens. And from what I remember, the leader is a similar type to the guy you just described. Tall, horns,
Blue.
yeah. He was a deeper blue. Yeah. They tend to hang out near the center of the city, where pretty much everything's happening.
Understood. Lowering volume.
Yeah.
Understood. Would you happen to know if this leader is capable with magic.
Oh yeah, didn't he do that guy the memory thing?
The memory. Oh yeah.
He could do something. Well, I don't know. I haven't met him, but
Yeah.
like, yeah,
He fucks
can
up
do
people's
like,
heads.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely something going on there.
one of my eyes goes red. We might be talking about the same person. Excellent.
Maybe.
Is there a passphrase or handshake or other means that I need to be able to enter this area in the center of the city?
Shit, man.
I don't know that
I was
one.
right.
Sorry.
I don't know.
You'd have to talk to them first.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
they'll
they-
let fucking anyone in. They have no standards. It's really kind of embarrassing.
Well, then it will be very easy for me. I provide high quality violence. Is there any way that I can pick them out
Quality
to
violence.
this meeting?
Oh, jeez, it depends. Some of them, like, I mean, they take the whole crow thing super seriously. Some of them, like, leave.
Crows or raven? They have different beaks.
Sorry, Raven. She would have said Raven. I'm just also blanking.
I'm also an asshole.
They leave like feathers and shit where they're gonna meet. So if you're walking around and you see like feathers kind of stuck, they'll do like windows a lot. If there's a feather stuck in a window, usually that's where they're gonna be hanging out because they're super fucking obvious, and it's really hilarious that they haven't gotten their shit kicked in yet.
This has been super helpful. Take good care of that crossbow. So far, it has 131 confirmed kills. May it continue its streak with you.
All right. Thanks, fella.
Have a good day, stranger who I have never talked to. And then I go
We
back
will.
to Astoria.
He tucked.
Sounds good.
As you walk away, you see the gentleman tuck the crossbow behind what appears to be a large bag of flour, and then or some other grain. And you walk off.
Something bag.
Yeah, bag.
I walk over to Astoria and just look and say, "You seem to be entirely recovered from the meeting with the tall blue tiefling man, and in the entire opposite direction."
She looks up at him and is just like, yeah, I kind of just learned the entire life that I thought I lived for the last 4 years was a lie, partially.
Oh, I've done something similar before. It's terrible.
Same hat.
Astoria is just gonna like nod a little and just be like, yeah, everything is turned the fuck over now.
I spent 5 years on a crusade to end tyranny, and all I did was murder the innocent and their civilization. There is no one left. There is no one left.
I spent the last 4 years
Let me
thinking
tr-
I murdered my parents and they're still alive.
Excellent. No murder accomplished. My friend.
Sorry.
I saw people moving.
She's just gonna look at for like stunned and just be like, I don't think you understand. I thought they were dead, and they're not. So either my mind's been fucked with, or they survived, and they know. But from
Well,
the looks of it, my mind's been fucked with, because apparently I never came home, but I know I came home because they were there, and they were dead, and their blood was on my hands. I don't know what to do.
I put a giant, heavy claw on your shoulder because my hands end in basically talons. I don't like squeeze down or anything, so it's kind of a weird like pat motion. I'm sure this is difficult. In the past, when this unit was confused, this unit spoke with Nadia and an old lady who did not have much to offer. And a blind man who could not see where I was coming from.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
for it.
Astoria is just gonna sort of look up at him and just be like, I know we're scheduled to leave, probably soon, but I want to speak with them. My parents.
This unit will make sure that you get to reunite with, converse with, or actually murder your
Okay,
parents.
well.
We are in the same battalion. Your prerogatives are this unit's prerogatives.
She just, like, stares at him. She's, like, slightly confused. But also, like, intrigued, because she's definitely catching on to the slipping up with the I and the this unit.
Hold on.
And then also
one
the
moment.
show of sympathy.
This unit will be able to better articulate. This unit must think. What was it they screamed? No, don't kill my family. Yes. You and this unit are part of the same family, in addition to battalion.
That broke me. I'm fine. She's gonna give him a little smile and say, "Family, I think you're right there."
Yes. We are doomed to the same fate. Outstanding. We should try to link up with Astoria, Nadia, and the other members of I might be a bard, but I'm not good with names.
I agree.
Oh, also, this unit has discovered, apparently, volume lowering. So I'm gonna talk at the same volume, but, like, I'm actually... this unit has discovered, apparently, there is a group known as the Ravens. They are led by a blue tiefling, who I might have to murder. They meet in the center of town. The leader has mind-altering abilities, which is, my eyes flash red, my head twitches, very distressing to this unit. Very
Oh.
similar to something that has been experienced before.
Mind-altering abilities. What exactly do you mean by that, fool?
This unit is unclear. The people this unit discussed this with were unable to articulate much on the subtleties of arcane abilities.
Fair. I will go with you, but don't kill him immediately. I have shit I need to learn.
This unit will try.
No, you will. I will make sure you don't kill him immediately.
Outstanding. I would enjoy... Well, technically speaking, no one can kill anyone right now.
Fair, but you could. Not saying you should, you definitely shouldn't. But you could.
No, this unit was referring to the inability for organics to die currently.
Ah, yeah, that's... Forgot that was happening.
Yeah, weirdly, Ovanthe seems less affected than the last town you were in. The people of Klee have a small enough population that no one has died recently. But Ovanthe is a big city. People die there every day, logically speaking. But people seem to be conducting business as usual.
Interesting. My thoughts
If
are
you're-
fucked.
If you are in need of an experiment to this fact, I could recover my crossbow and eliminate the people that I gave it to. Then I would get my... This unit would get his crossbow back.
I would not suggest that.
Very well. And we should link up with the rest of our battalion.
Yes, let's do that.
In which case, we can circle back around. Alston and Nadia, what were you up to? Did you head straight to the tavern after heading to a ascending shop, or are you wandering around looking at what wares there are to be had in the area?
I'm down to wander and look if you want to, but if you want to head back, understandable.
Yeah, we can just kind of wander around. I mean, what Henrik said, 2 hours, right? So we got some time to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So are you folks looking for anything in particular? Just wandering about? It is a large city, so there is plenty to be had.
Are you looking for anything? You want to look for magic stuff? I know you like that stuff.
I mean, yeah, if I can get any interesting scrolls, that could be great, but I don't really have the inks I need to make a copy for myself. Need a little bit more money for that.
I don't really need anything.
Ooh, maybe I'd look for a book that could teach me Infernal,
That's a good idea.
since that seems
Let me
to be
throw
coming up.
what Four is saying, yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm back. Sorry, I dropped briefly there.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Hi.
hi. So yeah, we are looking for a common to Infernal dictionary,
Okay.
or just
cool.
something that can teach us
Can we-
the Infernal language.
Can we find a
Yeah.
bookstore?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a. How about one of you roll me a luck check, and one of you roll me a either perception or inspection, whichever you prefer.
I can roll the investigation. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, sorry, investigation. That's what I meant.
Okay, can I get him guidance?
Yep, and you can also roll that luck check.
I want to buy it. D100, right?
D20. D100 is a fate
D20?
die, which we have not rolled
Oh, yeah,
for
okay.
this session.
I always roll
2d4, no,
D8,
only one, sorry.
Okay, so that's a 2 for that luck
18
die,
total.
and an 18 investigation. So, finding a bookstore is super easy. You guys step into a bookstore that appears to be run by a small old lady, very rail thin, kind of stern looking, big round glasses with chains on them, short cropped, bright white hair, who sits behind a desk and looks like she's reading something. It's kind of dim, very small, but smells like old books. You can see the titles on the walls. And also, as soon as you step in, it becomes very quickly obvious. This is a shop that specializes mostly in fiction. There are titles across the walls of well-known book series.
So I can't remember, for that noir series, did we get all the books in it yet?
No,
Nope,
we
you're
need
missing
part
some.
We need
Okay.
part 4 or 5. Wait,
Mhm.
hold on.
You know that there are 5 books. You have 3 of them.
I have 3.
Sorry, you know
That's-
for sure that there are 5 books. There may be more.
And that was mostly Nadia reading them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, so yeah, you got something to look for here too then.
Hi, can I talk not Paige, but hunt down the old lady running the store?
Yeah, she's sitting at the right next to the door behind the desk, and she looks up at you again, kind of stern face, just what can I help you with, dear?
Hi. So I was going through some things that I had, and I noticed this book series that I had, but I saw that I only had 3 out of, I think it's the 5 of the collection. I don't know how old the book series is, though. I was wondering if you maybe had it. And I'll pull out the books and show her.
Could give me an insight check as you place this trashy noir series on her desk.
Insight?
Yeah, insight. 14. She introduces this faint twitch of her eyebrow. She just goes, "Oh, the Breaking Point series. Yeah, we do carry the other books in the series. The writer has not finished yet, but I believe we have the 4th, 5th, and 6th in stock right now. You'll find it in the back." And she points kind of back into the back of the shop with the other crime novels.
Great, thank you.
She kind of gives you a tight smile and nods.
Also, do you have any other recommendations? This is the first fictional book I've ever read, so I don't have any frame of reference to what is good or not.
Honestly, I would recommend probably anything else. But if you find those interesting, there are other books on that same shelf you might find appeal to your taste.
Okay, thank you.
She just nods and goes back to reading whatever she's got behind her desk.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look.
Yeah, for sure. It's not hard. I won't make you roll investigation because this store is like alphabetized and sorted by category. You find there's actually stock of the. She was correct. The other appears to be 3 more books. Three. So 4 through 6. She has the entire series, but those are the ones you do need, and they are in a significantly better condition than the ones you have.
I'll. Random bookstore. I can probably find the other one somewhere. No, how much is it for a book?
It looks like these specifically are priced at 5 copper apiece.
5 copper a piece. Okay.
Also, are you looking for a dictionary while Nadia does this?
Yeah. If it's
Go
not,
ahead. Go ahead.
I would say, yeah, and if it's not clear where to find it within the aisles anywhere, I'd ask the shopkeeper.
Yeah, you're having a hard time finding anything nonfiction. So you can wander over to her, and she does look up from her book to you. Can I help you with something?
Yes, I'm looking for any book or treatise on the infernal language.
Infernal, I might have a common to infernal dictionary in stock. Old, though, not recently updated. Give me just a moment. And she steps from behind her, she steps off of a stool and she disappears behind the counter. And you realize she's sitting on a tall stool, and she steps up behind the counter and walks behind a curtain, and you can begin to hear kind of boxes shift about as she sifts through presumably what is old dead stock inventory. And eventually she comes back with like a bound in a softer leather, kind of like, not a solidly leather bound book. And she kind of holds it up and clambers back up into her stool. Yes, we have a couple of these still in the back. It's common to infernal, but it's about 10 years old. It's a little out of date.
10 years? Okay, I think that should at least have the correct city names in their runes for it, right?
It should.
All right, that will do just fine then. How much for it?
Oh dear, it's like I said, it's dead stock. You can have it for like a copper piece. It needs to be disposed of, so I'm not worried about it.
Sold then.
All right.
And I'll hand over the copper.
Yeah, she slides the book across the table to you. It is like, it smells of an old book, but it is brand new. Like, this is very obviously has been sitting in a box in the back in her office for like 10 years.
All right. Well then, thank you very much. That's all I was looking for.
All right, sounds good. Is your friend still? She kind of gestures out back, where Nadia is probably sifting through the rest of the Point Break series.
Yeah, I guess I'll go check in on Nadia, see if they found what they needed.
Okay, question.
Answer.
I'm gonna be an asshole to you right now. What is, like, because all bookstores have a display, what is the most popular like fictional series going right now?
Oh, you are terrible. Little criminal. Okay. Oh God. So the most popular book series that is being advertised in this store, it looks like a ornately painted scroll that is kind of romance style, not like trashy romance, but like thrilling romance. And it looks like it's talking about a very classic like knight and princess story, and is kind of this scroll kind of splash across one of the ends of the aisles, and there is a stack of these very nice leather-bound books that have been stained blue, that have the title Songsworn on the top, or on the front of it.
Okay. Is there anything else?
That appears to be the one that is the most prominently advertised at the moment.
Okay. 1 second.
Nadia starts reading YA fiction.
She has no frame of reference for fiction, and she knows this, and she's kind of offended that that Four thought her book was so shit.
Jesus, everyone thinks your book's shit, man. Your book's kind of shit.
And so she's going to buy the rest of that. She's going to buy the rest of the Point Break series, but she's also going to buy what appears to be the 5 most popular books.
God.
Are they written by J.K. Lovecraft?
No.
Done.
So the most popular are a lot of like romance and that kind of genre of. There is a mystery in the top 5, but those are all going to put you out. The Point Break series or Breaking Point series is on the cheaper end. It's about 5 copper. All of the most popular ones are closer to 7 copper, and Songsworn is a full silver.
Okay, I will not make you describe all of them right now.
Right now.
I'm not that
Please
asshole.
don't.
I will buy probably including Songsworn. I will buy the top what seems to be the most popular 5 book series or for books, and then I'll buy the rest of the 3 of the Point Break.
Alrighty, yeah, you drop this pile of books onto this woman's desk, and she kind of looks you over and it's just like, okay, new reader, I see. And she will like check you out, and you can just deduct the price from your
Let me do the fuck.
gold. Yeah, it's a lot of math there, man. So it's 4 of them were 7 copper, the 3 Point Break were 3 copper, and then there's one that is 1 silver piece.
Yep, you carry on. I'll just do the math silently.
Okay, cool. Alston, you just watch as Nadia goes around picking out these books of various sizes and shapes and colors, and then drops them all on the desk alongside the more familiar, understated covers of the Breaking Point series. And this little old lady checks her out.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just mostly wait. Maybe start thumbing through the dictionary a bit while they conduct their business.
Yeah, easy enough. You eventually get checked out, and you folks are free to do as you please. There's still time in the day, but it is getting closer towards when you're supposed to head back to the Whistling Pig to meet Henrik and the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, well I feel accomplished enough, so I'd be willing to head back.
Alrighty, in that case, Flora and Astoria, what are you two up to?
I think we're just trying to link up with the group, so if we don't know where they are, we're heading out in the Whispering Pig.
Gotcha. Again, easy enough. It is one of the taller signs in the area, and it's pretty easy to point it out in amongst the brightly colored buildings. And
whole time though, I'm DM. I'm keeping an eye out for raven feathers and windows.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can it be investigation?
It can be perception because I said so.
I just asking if it could be.
No,
Oh, I will remember this.
there's a reason for this. You know that. 18. You do see in the corner of one of the windows, you barely catch out of the corner of your eye, in like back in an alley, there is what looks to be a black feather poking out from a windowsill.
I pointed out to Astoria because I think I've explained to her what's going on with that.
She definitely gives Four a little nod.
And we just keep going. I think we're trying to do... We're trying to not crime.
Yes.
Grandpa said not to cry.
Grandpa said, do no crime, I do not have bail money.
See, Four is trying not to do crime. Astoria is trying not to do cry.
Hi, yes, my favorite D&D duo.
Yeah!
Try not to crime and try not to cry.
I mean, hey, it might switch every now and then. It was switched last session.
Everything I've had has done both at some point.
Yep. Usually war crimes and or crimes against humanity or God. What
Yeah. Fuck God. I mean, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
As the bard. Anyway.
Astoria says, fuck the gods, actually.
Yes, genuinely. Now, wait, I just realized that flips upside down too. Fuck, Space, oh my god, you fucked me up.
What? All I did was involve your backstory. This is what you wanted, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I did all my backstory. Yeah, that's it. That's what I did. That's just totally it.
Every tear you shed makes you stronger. Anyways, so you folks eventually begin to trickle into the Whistling Pig Tavern. It is smaller, and it is not as populated as the rest of the taverns in the area, but it's still, like, even in the middle of the day, it's still pretty busy. There are, you can tell, even at a glance, the kind of sailing types, local workers, fishermen coming in from a day's work, kind of hanging out, having drinks. It's a very light atmosphere, very, you have to talk a little bit over people laughing and chattering in the background. But it is very welcoming. I don't yet have a map for this one. I didn't think we were going to get this far this session. But yeah, it's nice enough. It's a little bit small. But by the time Ford and Astoria have started to get settled, Nadia and Alston do trickle in. And you do meet up with Henrik, who was already there.
Good post-noon. Henrik, how are you?
Henrik just confirms that he's okay, but he is going to go lay down for the time being because he's old. He has old bones.
Did he take his medication today?
This
I do need to
smoothest
check.
dodge. I just said smoothest dodge.
Yes.
Old man bones.
Everything going okay in your guys' part? Did Ford get arrested?
Not yet.
This unit is relatively certain this unit has not committed a crime. Yet.
90% sure.
Today.
There it is.
There it is. This unit did find some information that could be pertinent to the group.
Oh yeah?
This unit does not have great memory records. Did this unit explain what happened in the forest?
Forest?
This was a few days ago.
I think you talked about talking to some forest spirit thing.
Correct. There was the manifestation of everyone that the Iron Wolves killed. This unit spoke with it. It indicated there were no more Druids. None. None left. None at all.
Oh, I'm assuming that's not true.
No, there are fewer druids than there were a long time ago, but they are recovering. They're just their ancestral home is gone.
Anyway, this same spirit indicated that it is not impossible that someone of the Iron Court, the people who owned me, when this unit could be owned, that some members of that court were searching for longevity, a way to avoid death. And this unit is aware that there was a who could perhaps still be alive. And this unit struggles to think of a way that those two things would not be connected.
And if anyone would like to roll either insight or history as Ford talks about that, you are welcome to.
Insight?
Or history, whichever you prefer.
History. Okay.
My insight is a lot better. Okay, well, never fucking mind
You're
then.
too distracted trying not to cry. Also,
For those who can't see the rolls, I got a natural one.
Yeah. Alston, you know that talk of longevity when it comes to magic usually means necromantic arts that are actually banned, which would be likely either a way to extend one's life, as in pursuing immortality, or pursuing lichdom, which are both highly illegal.
Okay. And did it seem like I mean, that's all stuff that people would generally know.
In a sense, people know of witches, but it's more of a, even in this setting, it's more of a scary story and a reason to not pursue the kind of banned necromantic arts. As if those that don't know, this setting is open to necromancy as an entirety. It's just a matter of prolonging one's own life that becomes an issue and becomes a gray area. So you know of theoretical magic that could create something like a lich, that, as I said, is more of a cautionary tale than a reality. You have not heard of a lich existing in living memory, if at all.
Okay.
You do know that people have tried to pursue immortality, and it has gone poorly. Every case ends in carnage and the person entirely losing their lives. If it wasn't immediately stripped away by their own magic, it was immediately stripped away by those that discovered what they had done.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. But yeah, for you are welcome to continue. Sorry, I was providing some insight for those that would have it.
Additionally, we were able to find that there is an underground group known as the Ravens.
Okay.
They are led by a tall, blue, tiefling spellcaster
Okay.
who is capable of mental magic.
I'm not following. What prevalence does this information have?
That matches the description of the high mage.
The one who is potentially a lich or using necromantic stuff to extend their life.
Correct.
Hold on. Are we talking about? We're not talking about the guy we're tracking, right?
Negative. This is a different development.
What relevance does this guy have? I'm coming from the notes.
We did get, I don't know if I got it in my notes anywhere, but there was some mention of someone that could, yep, that's going great.
No worries.
I can't remember what clue it was, but we had a clue that someone is alive that was back during the Great War of, Thor's time, which no one from then should be alive anymore.
You're talking about for recognizing the handwriting of Infernal that we found in the original game.
Yep, that was what happened. For
We're
recognizing
talking about
handwriting.
And so the person who wrote that the person who wrote that is the description of the blue tiefling? I'm trying to piece it together myself because I'm thinking back to this.
It's less we're sure about that was written by the right person and more that Thor is sure someone's alive who shouldn't be, and also
Would like to remedy that.
Well, obviously that goes without saying, although Thor does say it. But also when Thor talked to the forest spirit, they mentioned like, hey, yeah, the fucked up thing about the tieflings who were controlling you was that they were trying to do necromancy shit.
Okay. So this is your own, this is entirely your own thing. I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same. I'm on the same
no,
page.
because it might be linked because, like, if you're trying to do big fucked up things with death magic, and things go wrong.
Astoria is gonna sort of speak up and just be like, I would like to find him as well. And then she'll pause, and then look at the others and just be like, I think that my mind might have been fucked with, and I'd like to know if he was the one that did it. Or at least get more information on what someone's powers could be that can make people see things that didn't happen, or believe things that didn't happen.
If it makes you feel better, humanoids begin hallucinating after 3 or 4 days without sleep. That doesn't require magic.
That was not the case in this scenario. I can promise you that.
This unit apologizes.
You're
This unit
fine.
was just trying to be comforting.
Hey, yo, new emotion.
New emotion just dropped before we go.
Hey, yo, we've got the 4 DLC comforting.
Get an extra $15 for that, ayo.
But where's my money? Where's my wallet? Let's go. Anyways, but yeah, Astoria's just gonna
Get in the comments if you want Ford to emote more.
Drop a like and a follow if you want.
Drop a like and a follow.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
What emotion is Ford? No, absolutely not. Anyway,
Sympathy. He's getting there with the sympathy and
that's
fear.
The new one. That's the new hot single.
Yeah, fear is also there.
No, he's already experiencing fear.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just trying to list the emotions Ford definitely has. Oh, guilt. That's one.
The emotions that Ford currently has: fear, guilt,
sympathy. Starting
Sympathy.
to get there with sympathy. Yeah. And the story is just gonna be like, I also wanted to make a little bit of a detour, before we get on the ferry to go to the other city. I know it might be potentially wasting time for all of you, but if none of you would like to come with me, then I will go alone. It's a place and a thing that I need to do.
What city?
Fucking, where is it?
Will to will.
Yeah, that one.
Can we get a map to see where it is?
It's not on the maps, the main maps, but I can pull up the map and ping the general
Yes,
location.
Hold up, my door is being knocked on. I'll be right back.
Okay. For those of you who aren't aware, it's like here-ish on the map. It's about a day's ride from.
Oh yeah, that's easy to do.
Yeah. It's not like a trek across the continent. I'm gonna draw it on my map.
No. I would never. That was someone else.
I have an eye boogie. Okay, sorry. My cat came up on my desk and he has an eye boogie and I had to get it. He's just a little boy and he can't get the boogies out of his eyes. Sorry. He's just a little man. He's also a terrible criminal who was sent from hell to ruin my life.
Can you imagine getting eaten by like a lion
I'm back. It was my godfather.
and that's like the last thing you can think?
What? It's just what?
I said, can you imagine getting eaten by a lion, and as it's eating you, just notice it has an eye booger, and that's just the last thing.
What the fuck? I feel like if you're getting eaten by a lion, your thought is more help, get me out of here, not, hey, you got some
Probably,
eye
ow.
boogers.
Yeah, but between all of that, you still just notice.
I don't think you would.
Have you ever been eaten by a lion?
No, and I don't think you have
And you
either.
Don't know. And you don't know. And I don't know either.
Oh,
We should
God.
keep the controversy.
You know, I mean, we could figure this out.
Anyways, you folks were. Astoria was asking the group if you folks want to come with her to Well to Will.
My home.
I believe that this unit thinks that is the appropriate course of action.
I think as long as it doesn't interfere with the ferry schedule that we're trying to catch, sure.
Yeah.
Alston, you would know that the ferries are also pretty regular. It's more of like it's like an actual ferry system, like in real life.
Okay.
Like the things run pretty standard.
Okay, yeah, then that doesn't sound like it would hurt.
Detour to fucking Backstory Town.
Detour to Backstory Town, and I believe this is probably a good place to end session, as we are down a couple of players, and this is a good point to put a pin in things.
My mind is so
Yeah.
fucked.
We can get some post session going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Also, the DM is going to be right back because I have just been chugging coffee throughout the session, so I will return.
Fair.
Podium shall remain.
My mind is fucked.
I
I'm still so confused.
Mhm.
Oh god. And now I have to wait like another week or two.
Yep.
That's so sad. We should have a session
Yeah.
tomorrow. What about every single day this coming week? Let's do it.
I have schooling. I cannot do that.
Imagine having a
I was busy though there.
responsibility. That's a joke. I have other
Mhm.
streams I have to do. I'm in pain.
So, general thoughts from everybody on the session.
This
Oh,
is the
good
most
They're all gone.
fucked I've been from D&D. It's just stab
I'm
after
glad.
stab.
Yeah, that's why you go to D&D. That's why you go to D&D is because you want to be hurt specifically
Yeah.
in a way that video games can't always do.
You know, the thing is, I knew I'd get hurt by my backstory because I set myself up for that one. But, the one way I didn't theorize was the way that things happened.
Yep.
Yeah, lovely. And now oh boy.
Well,
I finally
mean,
hit something, and then I got hit real hard in the feels.
on the bright side, if you're going to be an audience for later, we all have a much lighter, happier session happening.
No.
No, I really don't think so. I have my theories, and none of them are good.
Well, I mean,
shit.
oh, I thought you meant no, you couldn't show up later.
No.
But I mean, come on.
Next session's gonna be.
It's a happier. I mean, this.
I return.
Welcome back.
We were
I'm
just
having a
talking about how
crisis.
we were just talking about how much happier my settings are.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, totally.
Guess you get to see that firsthand tonight, by the way, Phoenix.
Yep.
In minus an hour.
Yay!
More D&D with Lego.
By the
Time
by,
to be emotionally fucked over Astoria and Lycidius and Claymore. And everyone
Yeah.
else in the party. Woo, mind
I will
fuck.
say, I hope this was a good session, though.
Oh,
like,
it was amazing.
above game.
I loved
Cool.
it. That it was just like I really feel like this was definitely like you just like I know it's like fucking it's a little like contrived or sappy for Poor to be like, no, we're family now. But like honestly at this point, like Astoria's like, hey, back the fuck off of Poor's stuff, and Nadia's like reading to Poor downstairs, and Henrik's like grandfatherly advice. I just really feel personally like, yeah, my character's absolutely ready to throw down over these people.
Yeah, Astoria too. In I think session 2, because I write a journal for Astoria after every single session. In like session 2 or 3, Astoria wrote, "I think these people could be my new family," and it hurt me.
Yeah.
It hurt me so much.
Plus, we both want to murder the shit out of that mind control.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I want to question
We're going to
him.
kill him. He's going to die. It's going to be bad.
Remember in session
people just
1?
wait alive for 1,000 years. That, is definitely in no way a threat.
Remember in
DM.
session 1 when Astoria briefly mentioned her expertise in interrogating people? Yeah, next session's gonna be great, guys!
You know, it's really funny because the DM actually wrote that into my backstory because I hadn't thought that I would be, but the DM said, nope, you have been.
Yep.
So
Totally.
I can provide assistance.
Hell
I can
yeah.
provide the help action.
I've got suggestion and detect thoughts.
I wish
Oh,
I had
boy.
detect thoughts in real life, but without
Also,
the you or the she or
Loiko,
the
I'm DMing you something of why I think next session's gonna be especially fucked, because it's one of my theories that I have, and oh boy.
You have many fears.
I do have many theories. You guys
You
aren't
do.
helping.
I want another
us.
theory.
I sent it to my thing.
Oh.
It's one of the multiple that I sent while I was freaking out.
Great. I'm sorry if I keep muting and unmuting. I am in fact eating a bagel
You're totally
because
fine.
I have more D&D in like 40 minutes. But yes, I hope this is a decent first stream. I hope those in chat are at least mildly intrigued by, I don't know, anything. The setting, I think the players are great, so that's also just me being biased. In next session, we should hopefully have Henrik for the full duration, as well as Cherry, because something happened and their internet went out in mid-session. So, less than ideal.
When is next session?
2 weeks from now. I should specify that. This game is every other week.
Okay.
I mean, unless we want to pick up to every week, but that would be a decision we have to make. I don't think so.
I was gonna say I can pick up every week until college.
Yeah, no, I think sticking with every other week is gonna be good.
I'm fine with whatever.
All right.
Yes.
If it was up to me, I would play this every day.
That's a lot of D&D. I have a 9 to 5 kid.
It is a lot of D&D, but listen, Space, you have me hooked so tightly. And by hooked, I mean like there is a hook through my chest and I am being dragged face first 6 feet under.
I've never done anything wrong ever in my life.
No, never. Totally not. I'm totally not really reading Astoria's journal and like, oh boy, not fucked up over it.
Yeah, it's super messed up if a DM like goes through your backstory with a fine-tooth comb and picks out the exact thing that might be bad.
You know, the thing is, that's what Space did, and also Space read every single one of my theories that I had of how my backstory could turn out, and was just like, I'm gonna find the thing that's the complete opposite of your theories. Well, not the complete opposite. Well, no, it is kind of. And then now it's just given me a lot more theories.
Yep.
I'm thinking. Too much.
Also, I love the "Are you not entertained?" gif. That is exactly what
Nobody commented on my meme.
I had one of my friends, Raven, who also plays D&D, message me a couple minutes after session end saying, "So what I'm hearing is," and then sent a gif saying emotional damage. And of course I said yes. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Space is like the best DM ever in the world.
That's a fucking stretch.
Even better than Matthew Mercer, and even...
You are being recorded, child.
I am being recorded. Hey, Matt Mercer, if you're seeing this, Space is like on or above your level. I don't care. Give me money.
I'm gonna get a cease and desist from Matt Mercer.
You're not going to get a cease and desist because you're not using Critical Role content. You're fine.
You'll call a post to Matthew Mercer.
I will indeed post on every single social media, pinging Matthew Mercer and finding Space's accounts on like Twitter and Instagram and everything, and also like adding Space in there.
Do not.
Space is
God.
wonderful.
Anyways.
That guy as well. They make this so painful, but in the best way.
I'm going to say this: Space is better because at least Space hasn't killed Molly Moth.
That is true. Spoiler alert, I guess, technically, if you haven't watched.
I've only ever killed one player.
If you are listening to this far in a post D&D stream, and you haven't already watched all of Critical Role.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't watched any of Critical Role, because I'm
I'm
procrastinating.
watching Xander recently, and oh my god.
I need to watch
Brennan Lee
the
fucking
first
Mulligan, sir.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should close out session and stream. So
probably definitely in this.
Yep.
I'm gonna deafen to go and stream real quick.
Alright, cool. Have fun with it.
Alright, thank you to every single one of you who came. If you want updates on the next session, join the Discord. And if you want updates on the rules for, like, different things, as well as, like, other streams, again, Discord. We are going to be streaming tomorrow at 1 p.m. CST. Not quite sure. We might continue Horizon Zero Dawn tomorrow. And I know I said yesterday that I would be posting the rules for, the streams after stream. I didn't. I'm gonna post them eventually. I'm just procrastinating because I don't want to type it all out. But, you guys are amazing, and thank you for coming. and joining me on Astoria's adventure, considering, you know, this is very new to what we've been doing. As for the next D&D stream, I don't know if I ever will be streaming the Roll20 screen, simply because there are a lot of tabs that I do flip through, and it will go to every single one of those tabs, and it will, like, show up every single one of those tabs that I open and, like, type and, you know, get information on, because I Google some spells sometimes, and, like, Google other shit sometimes. And also, Space uses maps that, you know, are, made by other people, so I don't want to, like, get them in trouble, I don't want to get myself in trouble, so I might not ever stream the Roll20 thing. However, I will be streaming the Discord so you guys can see who's talking. Because if I stream Roll20, you guys also won't know who's talking. And I think that, at least for now, it would be nice for you guys to get used to everyone's voices. Because I can pinpoint the voices because I've been playing with these guys for months now. But you guys can't. So, yeah. We're gonna see about streaming the Roll20 thing eventually, maybe. You can keep Roll20 on a separate browser window. Probably. I just get lost. And also, I think for now, it's just better because Space does use maps from other people and pictures from other people. And that's a lot of credits to give, because they're all different people. And, I mean, I know I don't make money off of this, so it's not like I'm profiting off of them, but even so, it's just, like, it feels kind of wrong. So, we'll see about, streaming Roll20. I'll talk to Space about it in the future, but for now, we will be keeping to streaming the Discord server. So you guys can see who's talking and when. But yeah, I will potentially make a, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what I was gonna say, I forgot. But anyways, thank you guys so much. We're gonna find someone to raid, because I like raiding people, because that's always nice. We're going to raid... Who's live? We'll raid Blade. No, we're not gonna raid anyone. They're all streaming stuff that I don't think D&D nerds would like. Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked the just Discord. I definitely want to stream Discord, like the Discord screen, for a while you guys get used to, you know, people and learning who's who, especially with Henrik and Cherry having to drop out today. But hopefully next time we'll have a full party. And I'm just gonna end because I don't wanna raid someone that I just raided yesterday. And also the other person is playing a game that I'm not very familiar with. And also I don't know if you guys would like his vibe. So anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. CST. And yeah, thank you all for coming, and the next D&D stream will be not next week, but the week after, which would be the 18th. So next week, I will probably be streaming still around the same time, if not earlier, but I won't be streaming D&D. So yeah, thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.